Hello everyone. Welcome in. How's everyone doing? Hello Ice. Hello Odie. Thank you for the hydrate. Just trying to type here. My mind isn't working. Yata. There we go. Thank you for the hydrate. I'll be taking that for sure. Being chillin', that is good to hear. I like to hear it. Love to hear it. Ugh. I saw the new Star Wars movie and it was awesome. It's very good. Very, very good. It was fun. It was fun, and that is all, really. That's really all I have to say about it. It was just a fun movie. There's no like deep plot, no like super emotional arc, just straight up action. Mandalorian and Grogu just doing stuff. It was fun. I like it. Odie was playing Borderlands 3. Oh yeah, you were doing that with Maria last time. It looked fun. That looked fun. Yeah, had a nice slow day. Didn't do too much. just kind of chilled. I had the day off because it's Memorial Day, so we're remembering people. But yeah. Yeah, I didn't do too much today. We are playing some more Dual Destinies. We're on part 4, I think. It's part 4 or part 5. I don't remember. I never remember which ones I'm on. And I'm making them. Should probably know before I say the, whatchamacallit. Probably. Did I post the, Did. Okay, this is part 5. We're on part 5. Man, we are flying through this. I guess I should also probably unprivate that one too. We'll get to that. But yeah. We're on part 5. We got a new prosecutor. He's looking good. And I have... Actually, I don't think I forgot too much about what was going on in this case. I know we had like the crazy... Forgot the names of everyone. No, I know the guy's name is Black Quill because I had to look up for the thumbnail. Which the thumbnail I really liked. I need to get the credit. Probably should put that in the description. I assume it's fan art. It doesn't look like official art, but I like it a lot. I thought it was cool. So I'll find the artist's credits and maybe I'll link it in the YouTube description, but I liked it. But also that art led me down a very short, because I didn't have time, but a very short rabbit hole of Black Quill and Athena shipping. Was unaware of that. I mean, I assume there's shipping in this fandom. There's shipping in every fandom, but was not expecting that. It makes me wonder if there's like lore that I got spoiled on, or if it was just a ship that a lot of people do, you know? I mean, I guess it makes sense. The new girl character versus the new guy character. Makes sense that they would ship them. We love, you know... I think we like the ship. I think it's cool. Depending on the more... I literally just met him, so I don't know. Maybe he's a terrible human. And I actually hate the ship. Hello, Kiwi. How are you doing? Welcome on in. How are you doing today? That's good to hear. Look at that smile. Look at that smile. That's such a goofy. I like that. I think that I like the emotes that do that. I don't think I could do it with my big glasses. Also, I'm asymmetric, so I don't think it would work that well. I guess I could be super uncanny and like duplicate my one eye and reflect it. That'd be funny. That'd be silly. Or I could just wait and just not do it. Because I don't have emote slots. I'm all out of emotes. But that's fine. No worries on that. I'm so exhausted, guys. I'm really tired. I don't know how I'm gonna do this stream, but I mean, I want to stream. I'm just really tired. Maybe it'll be a short stream, but I'll get the energy later, I guess. Hopefully. I usually get energy halfway through it, so we'll see if I perk up. I do have some breakfast in Paris tea. Pretty tasty. Hello, Eraser. How are you doing? Welcome in. Oh, hello, Ronan. Thank you for the crying. That's how I feel right now. Actually, I don't feel like crying. I just feel like taking a nap. My first just sleeping stream. E2 just falls asleep due to tiredness. Thank you for the ibukis. And a Koyuki. How are you doing, Ronan? How are you doing? Come just in time for the start. Well, the start, we're like halfway in the middle of the case, so it's really not the start. The start of stream, but not the start of the case. But yeah. Ugh, and then I didn't even make a short this weekend. I've had a rough. I don't know if it was rough or if I was just lazy. I think I was just lazy this weekend. I don't think anything really would be considered rough this weekend. Even though I had 2 days off. I had Friday off and Monday off, and I still did nothing. Should have done something, but I didn't. I gotta make 2 shorts, and then I gotta edit out something for a Blue Archive relationship quest. I gotta get the Yuka pajama. That's actually one thing I did do. I have the Noah pajama relationship quest video. It's on my channel, just privated. I need to make a short for it, which is really hard because as interesting as the story was, there's nothing really short worthy. So I don't know, I gotta come up with something. But then I also wanted to get the Yuka pajama, but I didn't know where that stream was, so I had to scour my entire YouTube channel to find the just whatever stream. I looked through so many. Thank God I keep I keep track of every single thumbnail. I date and time them, so I know what day the stream was, and I was able to go back, figure out what day I streamed, find it on the YouTube. It was annoying, but I found it. Ooh, what's breaking news? What is breaking news? You got Birdman instead of Crane Lady. Oh, sorry to hear that. That sucks. That sucks. Truly. Haven't been doing a lot of gotcha. Oh no, I got absolutely destroyed in Trick Cal. It was the first time I ever got truly terrible pulls in Trick Cal Chibi Go. I had to do like 300 pulls. And then like an extra like 100 for or no, I think I just selected the card, but I had to do a lot to get the card. It was terrible. Truly terrible. I've never had that bad of a pull session in Trick Cal, so rest in peace me, I guess. But I at least built up to my selector. I think I'm like 100 over or something like that, so. But yeah, besides that, haven't really done any pulls. We are going to be doing the Fez pulls soon for Blue Archive. Should be fun. Sailor Moon is a shonen anime and Solo Leveling is an anime. Okay, that's funny. I assume that they flipped them. I assume that was a mistake. But that is funny. That is funny. I mean, what does shonen mean? Doesn't shonen mean like a show for like preteen dudes or something, right? Isn't that what shonen mean? Doesn't it mean it's like for like for young fellas? Young fellas? Why can't I say boys? For young boys, right? You know? I feel, well, maybe not young boys nowadays, but I was gonna say, like, I feel like you probably could classify Sailor Moon as a shonen show. So many guys have watched Sailor Moon and enjoy it. I feel like, you know, I feel like that's probably, you could probably classify it as a shonen anime. But yeah, you definitely can't classify Solo Leveling as a magical girl. Well, huh. Let me see. I've never seen Solo Leveling. I've also never seen Sailor Moon. Sue me. I'll get around to it someday, probably. I've never seen Solo Leveling, but I feel like you could probably make that work, right? Does a magical girl anime, does the magical person have to be a girl? I guess by definition, but I'm sure there's ways. I'm sure there's ways to wrap around, you know? I'm sure there's a way to turn that into a... I don't know who the main character is, but I'm sure you could make him into a magical girl. There's got to be at least some transformation in Solo Leveling, right? I know magical girls have like transformations every episode. That's like part of it. But I feel like you could probably have a magical girl show with just one transformation, if not a few more. You could probably find more. I'm just saying, I'm sure there's some point in that show where he changes clothes in a magical way. And I assume Solo Leveling has magic. If it doesn't, then I guess I'm screwed and there's no way to connect this. But I think there's a way to make this real. Why not classify it as shoujo and shonen? Because that's not as fun, Ice. That's not as fun. We gotta subvert the expectations. We gotta make a shoujo magical girl, or no, shonen magical girl anime. That would be genius. Actually, no, that's not magical. I was gonna say Totally Spies might be, but no. No magic in that one. Solo leveling is over and done now. So it's its trope on the isekai. Oh. Solo leveling girlfriend transforms once somewhere in the 300 plus chapters. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's awesome. So I'm right. It is a magical girl show. So I'm right. Well, I'm not right. Crunchyroll is right. Crunchyroll was not wrong. There's a magical boy anime. Ooh, that sounds fun. I feel like they need some of those, you know? So that means it's shonen. Yeah. Actually, I don't know. Does making the main character a guy, does that make the show a shonen? Because no, I don't want to go there. What was I gonna say? I don't know, man. I don't know why I've gotten this far. You can call it Maui, shape-shifting demigod and wind of the sea. Oh, men and women. Yes. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, you know what? There's a show which I highly recommend. In my highly acclaimed YouTube video, summer, like cool stuff I watched this summer. In my highly acclaimed show or TV show? YouTube video. I'm not in the mood for this. I watched Puniru's Kawaii Slime, and in that show, I think it's in season 2, maybe it's season 1, but Puniru is a slime, technically a genderless slime, but they always take on a feminine appearance. But in one show, they specifically turn themselves into a boy to get boy privileges, which is just like, I don't know, like you get to roughhouse. I kind of forgot the plot. It was kind of dumb, that specific episode, but that technically it is a magical girl anime, even though she's a slime, but it is technically a magical girl. But because they turn into a boy for one episode, technically it's a magical boy anime. It's a magical slime boy anime. I don't know. I need to stop talking. It's talking about action in the pre-cur. It's definitely a shonen magical girl show. Yes. That would be funny. What am I how did we get here again? Oh yes, Ronan. It's all your fault, Ronan. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. Also, I didn't know Solo Leveling was over. I thought it was still coming out. Or do you mean the manga slash light novel slash insane writings of a man? I'll blame Ronan for all things. Yes. Sorry, Ronan. It's all your fault. Sorry. Take a sip of tea. I think it's time. Should we get started? Should we keep playing the video game? Well, first things first, let's get our badge on. Boop. Okay, and then boop. All right, are we ready? Let's switch. I remembered my badge this time. Oh yeah. All right, let me turn that up a little bit. Let me know if the audio is a little quiet. Might be a little loud, just a tad, just a tad. Okay. All right, we are on part 5. The guy's name is Black Quill, and we're trying to prove that a ghost is real. All right, I think that's what, I'm not gonna say it like that, don't worry. I'm not gonna go that cringe. All right. Hello everyone, and welcome to the plane. My name is E2, and welcome back to Apollo Justice, Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Dual Destinies Part 5. The title keeps getting longer, am I right? We're finally back. We are in the middle of our second case here. First day on the trial, and we have a new prosecutor by the name of Black Quill. He has the ability to kill me, so that's exciting. I mean, we've had threatening prosecutors before, but we've never had one who actually could kill me. They have a sword, which I'm not sure how that's allowed because they're in jail right now, but I don't know. It is what it is. But we are currently trying to prove that a ghost is real. That's going to go well. For sure, definitely it's going to happen. We're not going to get stabbed by Black Quill at all, but we're going to keep on going here. If you want to hop in when these are recorded, feel free to hop in on the live streams. I'd love to see you here. We stream on Twitch and here on YouTube. Feel free to hop in whenever you see a stream going. Yeah. Or, you know what? I never plugged this. Join the Discord. Feel free to join the Discord. That way you know when I am streaming. But also, I'd like people to use the Discord more. So, I'm in there. I might post pictures of Ibuki, you know, if you want to see that. But anyway, we're going to keep on going here. Let me turn on the controller so we can actually play the game. Right. Load game. All right. So where were we? Thanks, Nappy. I knew that voice recognition would come in handy sometime. Oh my gosh, what's the most recent? Is it 940? 940. All right, we're in. We're in. All right, we're really right in the middle of this thing. All right, we're just going right into this. Okay. Did I specifically leave off at a bad spot last time? I think I did. All right. It's all in this statement here. Jinxie Tenma asserts that she saw Tenma Taro after she discovered the crime scene and called the police. She came around the corner in the hall. It was around here. Dun, 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 dun. That she saw Tenma Taro fleeing toward the foyer. The defense asserts that whoever was impersonating this monster is the one who left the feathers and tracks behind intentionally or otherwise. What? Whoa, I went way too Kermit the Frog on that guy. How incredibly unjust. Why haven't I heard about this before? The mayor wasn't the killer. It was all said the prosecutor is convinced the felon after all. There we go. Apollo! The momentum has shifted in our favor. Good. Now let's keep it that way. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. What do you got, sir? Get that feather out of your mouth. You planted the feather. Oh, wait, no, but that's not a black quill. I was gonna say maybe that is the black quill, but it's tan. It's the tan quill. Tan quill. Isn't that like tranquil? I don't know. There's a joke in there somewhere. Hello, RT. Welcome in. How are you doing? Welcome in. Good to see ya. Dun, 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 dun. We're playing Apollo Justice Dual Destinies right now. Little do you realize that though you're in the midst of a fray, your sword is broken. My sword? I didn't know I had one to break. Are you implying there's a problem with my claim? Consider this. Consider the following. Haha. Doing college stuff. Hey, good luck. College stuff is tough. I don't miss it, but I believe in you. You can do it. Consider this. If that yokai impersonator had indeed fled toward the foyer, that fool and that fop would have seen him. I mean, they could have just lied. Fool and fop? Oh, you mean Filch and LaBelle? Now that you mention it. Both Phineas Filch and Florent LaBelle were in the foyer at the time. I'm trying to think because they always do pun names. I haven't really thought of any pun names this time. I don't know. Phineas Filch just sounds like a goofy name. It doesn't sound like a play on words. Florent LaBelle. Florent LaBelle. I feel like there could be something there. Florent. Flor and LaBelle. I feel like there could be something there. It could also just be a name. Because I think we had one pun name in the first case. I don't know if they're rocking with the pun names this time. I don't know if we've had one just yet. But they haven't stated that they saw the yokai, have they? Did you ever consider that the yokai was but a figment of a scared little girl's imagination? Why didn't those two see Tenmataro impersonator pass by? Why don't we ask them ourselves? I was just about to say that myself. No, really, I was. The defense would like to call Mr. Phineas Filch, caretaker of QB Manor, to the stand. Floor ant. No, not the floor ants. Do they lactose intolerance? Hello, Maria. How are you doing? How are you doing? Wakamin, wakamin. I just know he must have seen something.
I suppose we can't ignore the fact that a little girl believes she saw a monster. I trust you have no objections to Mr. Justice's request, Prosecutor Blackwell.
I'm Otay. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to hear you're doing Otay. Are you feeling better?
I understand that Mr. Filch is enjoying a nap out in the lobby.
I knew that Tanuki was a rare find. Tanuki? But when we captured him, I didn't think he'd end up a witness. Do with him as you will. Oh, I guess he is kind of Tanuki-ish, because he's like short and round and he steals stuff. So I think that's kind of Tanuki, right? Isn't that Tanuki lore? They like steal stuff. I know it is in Genshin Tanuki lore, which I assume is based off of IRL Tanuki lore. I don't know. Did he just say captured? No, wait. I don't want to know. Bonk. First bonk of the night.
Very well then. Bailiff, please go wake Mr. Filch and escort him to the witness stand.
All right, here we go.
Will the witness state his name and occupation, please?
Didn't I go like Southern? I don't know. The name's Phineas Filch, caretaker of the QB Manor. Oh, and this is for you, your lordship. Just a little something I thought you might like. Did you steal his shoes?
Oh, what a fabulous pair of shoes! And your honor will do just fine, Mr. Filch.
It's those shoes again. Don't they belong to Detective Fulbright? Stop stealing his shoes! Leave him alone. Leave him alone. Sickies is all gone. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Maria. That's no fun. No fun. But hey, we're here for you. We're here if you need. Don't tell me Filch stole them again. They're all yours, your honorship, sir.
What? But they seem awfully expensive.
Yep, too expensive for me, but I reckon they'd be perfect for someone like your honorship.
It's a kind gesture, but legal ethics dictate I cannot accept such gifts.
Oh, ethics, smectics, just take them if you want them. Polished them up real nice for you, too. Bonk.
I'm sorry about the shoes, Mr. Filch, but I will accept your testimony. The court would like to hear whether you saw Miss Tenmataro in the foyer after the murder.
All right, let's see what he says. Let's see what he lies about. So this guy was definitely told to not say the fact that he did see Tenmataro. He absolutely did. But he was told to stay quiet about it, so let's see if we can break him. At the time of the murder, I was on guard duty in the foyer, just like Mr. QB asked. I was making sure no one fair, foul, fishy, or otherwise could get to our guest. I was still in my office keeping a good watch when the murder happened after 3 p.m. But I didn't see nothing out of the ordinary, no siree. Alright. That yokai you keep jabbering on about was but a phantom of the little girl's dreams. So, you're telling this court you never saw anyone dressed up like Tenmataro? Yep, was guarding the whole time. That's the truth. The holy truth. Nutter butter the truth. Nutter butter the truth. One second, guys. Hold on, say it again.
And the nutter butter truth.
Okay. Okay. Go. Get out of here. Bye. Okay, well, that was my sister. I had to get her set up on the phone. On the Wi-Fi. We're back. We're all back. Okay. Okay, I will let her know you said bye. She is long gone by now, but I will relay the message in 5 to 10 weeks. You know, business days and all that stuff. Anyway, shipping, priority, flat rates, you know, that kind of stuff. So, you know, you get what you get. But, well, I don't know why I'm going along with this, but let's just keep going. And Tenmataro, you don't really believe in all that yokai mumbo jumbo, do you? I certainly don't. Oh, he does. But he does. My bracelet, it's... Something the matter, Apollo? The bracelet keeps squeezing my arm. Really? So, you think Mr. Tanuki, I mean Filch, has been lying to us? I wouldn't rule it out. Now, if I could just zero in on a tell... Some sort of nervous habit. Yo, what honor? Yeah, what the? Hi there, buddy. What's the hawk doing here? What? 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 Okay. I mean, cool. I get. Yeah, cool. You know, that's cool. Now that I've calmed down, that's cool. Okay. Allow me to introduce to you my trusty cohort, Taka. More like taco, I'm gonna eat him. Sorry, that was probably a little uncalled for, but he did scare me. So I think one eating threat is probably equivalent to being scared. So I think we're good now. I won't make fun of him. Don't worry. I guess I'm not making fun of just a threat. I won't threaten him anymore. I also won't make fun of him. I think I got my one in. I'm good. He seems to have taken quite a liking to the courthouse. Made it his new home, in fact. He doesn't live with you, you know, in jail. Who's ever heard of a courthouse bird? Taka simply loathes trickery and fraud. And that queer power of yours seems to have offended my dear bosom buzzard. But what? But why? Why? What? Strange choice of words there, my guy. Does it mean something else? It's got to mean something else, right? I read that wrong. I'm definitely reading that wrong. Bosom. No, that's exactly... No, I read it right. Why that word? why are you choosing that to describe your buzzard? You know what? We're not going to think about this anymore. We're going to move on. This isn't some sort of trick or... Oh, let me cheat! Ah! Won't be able to spot squat like this. What the heck's going on around here? Run for the hills! Bonk, bonk, bonk.
No pets or other animals allowed in the courtroom.
Oh, Judge, how you have changed your tone. You remember the day? Your Honor, I'd like to cross-examine this parrot. Ah, man, that was a good time. Good times, Your Honor. Oh, okay.
Somebody help!
It would be so funny. This is going to get really morbid, but you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to say. All I'm going to say is there's a bailiff and something is attacking the judge. Let's not go there, though. Ah, he's merely having a bit of sport. He won't harm you. Save when he truly famished. Oh, he is cute, though. I'm really backtracking. I really gotta backtrack. I said 2 mean things about the bird. I really have to backtrack. I know you all like the bird, probably. I like the bird. He's cute. He's cute. Stop being mean.
In that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, you will need to ensure your feathered friend is properly fed.
Looks like we have to do this in the old-fashioned way. All right, Athena, get me my gun. We'll be fine, I think. Also, that's kind of a lazy way to get rid of the mechanic. There's got to be a reason for it, right? If there was someone dressed as Tenmataro there, Filch should have seen him. We just have to put our faith in Jinxie's statement for now. Bunk.
Mr. Justice, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Oh, that's funny. I love, is Taka just gonna stay there? Was never the same after NT. No, Ice, you can't do that to me. You can't take what we did, what you did with, you can't take what happened to you and spin it around and put it on me. That's not how this works. No, what have I done? What have I become? Oh, man. So Taka just chills up there. Can we get some music, please? Thank you. Oh my gosh, that was so long with no music. All right, let's cross-examine. Shouldn't be too hard. I think it's going to be something about the time of the crime. Mr. Filch, why did Alderman QB have you handle guard duty? Because he trusts me. I am the manor's caretaker, after all. So, you took said guard duty seriously? Let me tell you something about me. Yipes. Listen here, you little tanuki. Get straight to the point and be quick about it. The court wishes to hear what you did or didn't see in the foyer and not else. Yes, of course, sir. Right away, sir. Black Quill's got him completely under his thumb. Like I said, I was guarding the foyer interest that day. Okay. Alright, no one fair, foul, fishy, or whatever. Wasn't he watching a game? Hold on. So no one could get to him. Sounds like security was pretty tight. Wasn't he... There was a baseball game, right? Ah, here we go. Filch's TV program guide. He was watching a wrestling match at 3 p.m. Bam, got him. Got him. All right, we're going to keep pressing, though, for fun. That's because there's always lots of sneaks and thieves around festival time. And the solution was to entrust the manor's security to a thief? That's not even funny. It's kind of funny. It's a little funny. Irresponsible, but a little funny. Maybe it's a matter of stopping thieves by hiring one. After all, it takes one to know one. This is not Catch Me If You Can. I don't know. It seems more like letting the fox guard the hen house to me. I think it's really funny. See, Eraser, you get it. You get it. You get it.
So, the witness testifies that he took his guard duty seriously.
Oh, Taka's not on his head anymore. That's sad. Yes, sir. Your honorship, sir. Okay. I was still in my office keeping a good watch when the murder happened after 3 p.m. Did you really keep an eye on the foyer the entire time? Aha, here we go. Poor old Filchy. Been working hard my whole life. Only to be smeared by some greenhorn in a fancy smashy suits and silly haircut. Ah, sorry, Mr. Blackwell, sir. Didn't mean to get off subject there. Sheesh, Blackwell didn't even say anything. To answer your question, yes, I kept an eye on well, oh my gosh. I kept an eye, no, both of them, in fact, on the foyer. You lie. You lied to me. I didn't see nothing. Okay. Could you describe to the court who you would consider fishy looking? Someone all fidgety and shifty like, you know, they're about to steal something. You mean yourself? You mean yourself, sir? He just described himself. I wonder why Mr. Filch didn't see Temataro. Maybe Jinxie only thinks she saw Temataro, or maybe Mr. Filch is lying. And if he's lying, we might be able to spot a contradiction in his testimony. Okay. All right, so I'm pretty sure... I didn't mean to loop. I didn't mean to loop. Misinput. Misinput. Let's loop again. Okay. I'm going to make another save because I'm a big baby. Big baby. Big baby save. Okay, slot number 4. So I still... keeping a good watch when the murder happened after 3, but... wrong button. Wrong button. Okay. We want to go here, and we want to go here. Objection! You were watching something on TV. Don't lie to the court like that, Mr. Filch. Hey, it ain't right to bushwhack a fella like that. Unfortunately for you, I have evidence that proves you're lying. If you look at this TV listing here, you'll see that the time of the crime, there was a pro wrestling match scheduled. Something you'd never miss. Yeah, I didn't watch that one. No siree. I was doing my job just like I was supposed to do. This guy doesn't know when to give up. Mr. Filch, someone even circled the match. It was you, right? Yipes. Not only that, you even told me you watched it. You said, and I quote, "It was a complete disaster." Yeah. So, do you admit to slacking off? You can't trick me with your Rudy Poo lawyer talk. Rudy Poo. Rudy Poo. I like that. Your Rudy Poo attitude. I kind of like that. I might take that. I might take that. Actually, I can't take that. I probably can't. I'm one of them professional types too. I can double duty watch TV and the foyer at the same time. To be fair, most security guards do that. And to be fair, I don't blame them, you know? Unless it's like super high security, which tonight probably should have. But like, you know, I don't blame you. I don't blame them, you know? Gotta sit there and watch nothing happen. The only thing Filch can claim to be is a professional thief.
Bonk. Mr. Justice, you would have this court believe that the witness was slacking off.
That's correct. He claims to have been watching TV and the foyer at the same time. Well, that's nothing but a bald-faced lie. Maybe don't say that to the judge.
It's probably going to take bald, you say, but I'm not the one who's lying. Perhaps you meant the witness, Mr. Justice. And in that case, let's see what evidence you can offer.
But I did prove it. I did prove it. I showed you the evidence.
You claim Mr. Filch is lying about watching TV and the foyer simultaneously. Now prove it.
Oh, it's probably like the layout. Yep. Okay, because the TV... yeah, it's facing the other way. Okay, I see. I was like, I just did prove it. Take that! Oh, he's saying he watched both at the same... I see. It all makes sense. Please take a look at the direction of the TV is facing in the diagram. Now, unless Mr. Filch has eyes where his right ear should be, I think it would be impossible to watch the foyer entrance and the TV at the same time.
Why, yes, someone is watching the TV there that couldn't possibly see the entrance.
To be fair, I think this is going to get rebutted because, I mean, you could just look out the camera, you know. But it's not going to give him the whole view of the foyer, but, you know. Exactly. And that means, Mr. Filch, you were slacking off and were not watching the foyer as you claim. Yipes! No bags. The bags out of the cat. Or, I mean the other way around. Bags out of the cat. Good one. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Order, order, order! But, Mr. Justice, if Mr. Filch's less than stellar work ethic is relevant to this case...
I wish I could read. Is it? It's very relevant because while he was slacking off while watching TV, there really could have been a Tenma Taro impersonator in the foyer.
Objection!
What now? It just says, what now? That's so funny. That might be the best response to an objection. Just the what now, man? Come on. Cats do eat plastic, so if it's a plastic bag. Oh no. Oh no. The poor cats. The poor cats. Does that mean Maria eats plastics? That's probably not healthy. You shouldn't eat plastics, Maria. Don't do that. It's bad for your health. Granted, this Tanuki was lax on his duties, but he still had the foyer entrance covered. What are you talking about? Okay, yeah, now they're going to talk about the camera. Whose emote is that? It's cute. Very cute nom. I like the nom. Hello, birdie. This. I'm not a mind reader. Ah! Auditory sense. You could also okay, no, I'm not gonna do your job for you, man. His eyes may have been slacking off, but his ears were still hard at work, right, Tanuki? They were? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, they were. You already admitted to slacking off. Now you say that you weren't? My eyes might be lazy, but my ears ain't. I would have heard anyone in the foyer. You see, the foyer floor and the stairway get all creaky squeaky when someone walks on them. Creak, creak, creak. Loud enough to wake the dead, I reckon. So, you're saying you didn't hear anybody walk by? Yep, my ears were working full time, so who's the liar now, you no good shyster? Shyster, haven't seen that word in a while. A lying thief calling me a shyster. This has to be a low point in my fledgling career. Gotta hand it to you, Mr. Blackquill, sir. You really are something else. I mean, you don't miss a thing. And them bags under your eyes, they're darker than mine. To be fair, Filch has bags over his eyes. Fair warning, Mr. Filch. Taka's particularly fond of Tanuki. Should you lie to this court again, you may suddenly find yourself on the menu. Please don't eat me, Mr. Taka, sir. Bonk.
Will a witness will henceforth testify truthfully under penalty of a painful bird attacks?
What about penalty of like prison time? You know, I mean those bird attacks from a hawk, not great. But you know, maybe put him in prison. You know, maybe do your job for once, Your Honor. Do your job, please.
And with that in mind, the court requests that the witness revise his testimony accordingly.
Dun dun dun. Ears working overtime. All right. It's true. I was watching a pro wrestling match on the office TV. My eyes might have been slacking off, but my ears, they were working overtime. The floor there is all creaky squeaky like. No way I would have missed someone walking by. So you see, there weren't no Tenmataro in the foyer. Okay. Superstition is the religion of feeble minds. Understand? Not really. Oh, a simple rational explanation is best. Forget yokai, demons, and such. We must use common sense for lacking that. Our entire world would be but upside down. Says the convict prosecutor, who's totally a sign of the end times for the legal world. And besides, if there were any yokai roaming about, I'd nab them and sell them into the zoo. I guess you gotta innovate. You gotta innovate, I guess. I wonder... oh, wrong voice. I wonder whether Jinxie was just seeing things. That seems to be the general consensus, but I'm sticking to my guns. But if we can't prove she saw Tenmataro, then the mayor's sure to be convinced or convicted. Then we'd better hope my guns fire bullets, not BBs. I mean, you can still absolutely kill someone with a BB, so you know, it's still a ball of metal, you know, hurling through space. We also have an ad break, so enjoy your ads. I hope they're fun and entertaining, and I'll fill you in with what you missed out on after you get back. And if you're sticking with me through the ads, thank you. I appreciate it. You're cool. And enjoy the emotes. Bonk!
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Bum, 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 bum.
All right, let's go.
Hold it!
You are paid for your work, aren't you? How do you justify watching TV on the job? Yeah, it ain't easy being me. I mean, I can't watch TV when we have visitors and there's no way to record the stuff. Sorry, am I supposed to be consoling you over your first world problems? If those aren't his only problems, if those are his only problems, he should consider himself lucky. I guess pro wrestling's serious business to Mr. Filch. All right, come on.
Hold it!
Hold it. You lied earlier about taking your guard duty seriously, didn't you? Oh, that ain't no harm in bending the truth a little, right? Yeah, there's a lot of harm in that. It's called contempt. I think it's contempt, right? I don't know. The legal system doesn't matter in this game. It's fine. But there's a lot of harm in that. Especially in a courtroom, I would say. Maybe in real life you could argue it, but not in a courtroom. Listen to me, you little tanuki. Lie again and Taka shall feast upon that forked tongue of yours. Screech! Yipes! Sorry, just let me keep my tongue. At least leave it until we get the truth out of him in any case. You were negligent in your duties, were you not? Yes, sir, I was, sir, but I ain't like that. It ain't like that. For there's a creaky squeaky.
Hold it!
Squeaky squeaky. Squeaky 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 squeaky. So, you have pretty good ears, Mr. Filch. As good as they come, I'd say. Ain't nothing to hear a creaky floor. Plus, that Timataro makes a sound when he goes by. It's like a jingle jangle. Jingle jangle? How does he do that? It's that staff of his. Well, that's what jingle jangles. Wait, how do you know that? How do you know that if you didn't see him? What's he talking about, Apollo? Beats me, but I guess Tenmataro has a staff that makes noise. Come to think of it, didn't Jinxie mention something like that too? She said she saw Tenmataro holding a staff-like object that made a jangly sound. I guess that's the source of the noise then.
Well, Mr. Justice, Mr. Filch says Tenmataro jingle dangles. Would you consider that vital information?
Yeah, let's throw it in there. Extremely vital. I request that it be added to his testimony. Welcome back from the ads, everybody. Hope they were fun and entertaining. I'm actually out of tea. I was just going to take a sip. Never mind. We've just been pressing him, and now we added to his testimony that he knows that Tenmataro jingle jangles when he flies by. And I'm assuming that that's going to be important because, like, how else would he know it if he didn't see him, you know? All right. You got our tea poured. Let's keep going here. So, Tenmataro's staff makes a distinctive sound. Yep, like a jingle and a jangle. Wait, Jinxie said something like that. Something about... Yeah, I know, we already read this. I think we were missing something here, but I can't quite put a finger on it. Perhaps we should take a look at the court record again. It'd be funny if it was like, no, it's jangle jingle. You're wrong. You're incorrect. It's actually jangle jingle, not jingle jangle.
Hold it!
All right, let's see. Please tell the court, what did Jinxie see if it was not Tenmataro? She's always going out about seeing this yokai or that. Just an active imagination, I reckon. She won't even come near me because she thinks I'm some sort of tanuki monster. You kind of are, though. Can't say I blame her. I love this Athena face. It's so good. I will say I love all the other characters. I don't think Athena's my favorite, but I think Athena so far has my favorite, like, facial expressions. They're so goofy. They're so insane. And that one, like, Athena shocked face. Crazy face. I love it. So, Mr. Filch, you chalk it up to a child's act of imagination. Yup, no Tenmataro or anyone else got in or out of QB Manor on my watch. Apollo, what could this mean? Do you think Jinxie was just seeing things? Well, if that's the case, the details she provided were pretty impressive. But if we're to continue believing Jinxie's statement, we'll have to uncover Filch's lie. Right, or find out why he can't tell us the truth. Alright, so let's go back to here. If Tenmataro was to pass by, his staff would have gone jingle jangle. Would have gone jingle jangle. Jingle jingle jangle. Jingle jangle. Alright, let's see. After leaving the scene, they passed each other at the bend. He was carrying a staff. She couldn't call for help because no one else was in the end of the hall. Okay, what else do we got? There's no staff here. Airborne capture on camera around 340. He's not carrying a staff. Is that what they want me to do? Real or fight or fancy? Okay. It's your mother's favorite. Whoopsies. He doesn't have a staff in the picture either. The sole document showing what Tenmataro looks like, it seems... Oh, I get it. This is the only ever depiction of Tenmataro, and he's not holding a staff. Meaning, the only way he would think that Tenmataro owns a staff if he saw the Tenmataro... Right? You guys get it.
Objection!
I think I made it a compelling argument. I think I made a really compelling argument there, guys. Like I said, I am way too tired to be streaming right now, but we're pushing through it. Tenmataro's staff would make a jangly sound, you say? Well, I'm going to say that your story doesn't add up.
Is there something the defense would like to share with the court?
Mr. Filch, you say you didn't see Tenmataro on the day of the incident. Why then? Did you assume just now that Tenmataro would be holding a staff? Yeah. You see, the Tenmataro Jinxie held... oh my gosh. You see, the Tenmataro Jinxie saw held a staff in his hand. And she described the sound just like you did. That's a kind of jangly sound. Yeah, so he was holding a staff. What's your point?
Objection!
The point is that Tenmataro doesn't use a staff. Not normally. What are you talking about? You see, this is the only known document depicting Tenmataro. Is there a staff in the picture, Mr. Filch?
You're right, there is no staff.
I didn't ask you, Judge. Sit down.
Not even a cane or a walking stick.
Ah!
So the question is, why does the witness think Tenmataro uses a staff?
I believe the answer will overturn the prosecution's case on the most basic level. Yeah, think. Well, now, this is getting interesting. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Justice, it's time to show the court where you're going with this. Please tell the court why Mr. Filch believes Tenmataro carries a staff.
Because he saw him. Mr. Filch actually saw Tenmataro right after the crime occurred. That's the only way you could possibly know about the staff. Busted again! Bloody... What, he's British? wait. British jump scare. I guess his name is Black Quill. I specifically didn't do the deep British voice guy because I've done it for all the prosecutor characters. I was like, I'm gonna switch it up. I'm just gonna drop the British accent. And out of all the characters to drop the British accent, he's the only one who's actually British? Oh, you know what? I gotta go with it now. All non-British characters get the British accent. All British characters don't get an accent. Okay, we've committed this far. Oh man, I love it. I love it. E2VA is never gonna be a thing with brains like this. Yeah, how'd that feel, Blackwell? Not so fun when you're on the receiving end of the blade, is it? That actually got him? I'm surprised. Admit it, Mr. Filch. You did see Tenmataro that day, didn't you? Well? Yeah, I'm begging you. Please don't make me say it. But clearly you did see Tenmataro. Stop stalling and testify to that fact. No, can't do. No way, no how. You ain't got no idea how terrifying he can be. Okay, well, another blackmail. He? Mr. Filch still won't admit to seeing Tenmataro, even though everyone knows he did. The question now is why? Mr. Filch is scared to death. Is that why he can't admit to the truth? Come to think of it. They say you must not gaze upon Tenmataro, but in the event that you do look, and then tell anyone what you saw, Tenmataro will claim your soul. Dinkley wouldn't admit to seeing Tenmataro after hearing about the village superstitions. She said that if she told anyone that she had seen Tenmataro, he'd claim her soul. Wait, you think Filch believes that too? Yeah, so Mr. Big Time City Slicker Lawyer has heard about him. Them old village superstitions.
Will the defense please explain what the witness is talking about?
The people of Nine Tails Vale believe some pretty strange things. Kind of insensitive to just say that. Kind of an insane thing to say. Yeah, the people who live there are kind of dumb. To be fair, Blackwell is kind of doing the same thing, but kind of an insane thing to say as a lawyer. Like, if you want to make if you want to just say like someone's like beliefs are dumb, go for it. But like maybe not as a lawyer in the court to be like, the people there are stupid. Crazy tactic, Apollo, but you know, we'll see how it plays out. And their superstitions may have be the reason our witness here can't admit the truth. The truth that he really did see Tenmataro. Darn straight, that's why. It's all right here. All right, do not gaze. Why does he just have this written out? Do not gaze upon Tenmataro. Do not tell others if you see him. Ignoring the superstition will cost you your soul. There is, however, one way to save it. Your immediate departure from the village. Freeing him will bring ruin upon the village. Okay. Ignoring the superstition will cost you your soul? See, that's why us folks in Ninetail Vale can't talk about seeing Tenmataro. Okay, but you're currently talking about it to us, so sorry. Your souls are mine. That clears up one mystery. The killer took advantage of the superstitions by wearing a Tenmataro costume. They knew that way no one could talk about him, so it was as if he never existed. The defense holds that this Tenmataro impersonator is the true killer. What? That's pretty good, pretty bold.
Objection.
All right. Superstitions, you say? What kind of a fool would actually believe such rubbish? And what would that using some silly fairy tale... And would using that... Oh my gosh. Would that using some silly fairy tales could so easily expose the culprit? You'll need to come up with a more rational common sense explanation than that.
Objection.
Your common sense seems awfully narrow-minded to me, Prosecutor Blackwell.
Objection.
Try living in my world of narrow cells and mortal danger and dark, sleepless nights. There is no lack of superstitions in the clink, but few are those who truly believe in them.
Objection.
Oh my god, we just keep objecting back and forth. Guys, you're just talking. You don't need to object. Well, the village superstitions are real enough to the people in the Nine Tails Vale. A life or death superstition might even make you a believer. Grr. Roar! He just roared. He just roared X-deed. You did not. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Order, order, I say.
You foolton of a Tanuki, 2 times now. Your lies have cost me. Sorry, I promise not to do it again. That stupid look. I'll kill you. Taka, my fine feathered friend, have at him. It's like, I saw that snicker. You're gonna get eaten alive. Yipes, he's gonna eat me alive. Head for the hills. He just ran away. Ah, he took off. What do you mean? Why are we so calm? Catch him. That's a crime. You can't just run away. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
But bailiff, what are you waiting for? After him, and with your fastest men.
That's certainly not something you see every day. Okay, so they are getting him. I was like, guys, you gotta catch him. Bonk.
Well, it would seem a new important fact has come to light. A third party disguised as the yokai Tanmataro was at the scene. And now we have 2 witnesses who can attest to that fact. Any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell?
I don't think he has any. You want some more ellipses? Do you have enough? Oh, he broke free. What? I love that face.
Huh?
His shackles. Oh my gosh. I'm too young to die. Oh, I'm scared. Don't kill me, Gare. We're gonna die. We're gonna die, Gare. We're about to die. Justice Dono. Also, he's British? Wait, so he's not even Japanese. So why is he saying Justice Dono? He's appropriating it. No. No. Just because you're British doesn't mean you can take over another culture. Stop it right there, Black Quill. Long has it been since I've been forced to draw my blade. How are you doing, Gare? We're about to die. Good to see you. No worries. You're not late. You're just on time. You had best say your prayers. Guards? Bailiff? Oh, we sent the bailiffs out to catch him. Let's talk this out, man. We can talk this out. Feel free to appropriate a culture. I don't care. Detective, do something. Have no fear. Fulbright is here, dude. It'd be so funny. I mean, it'd be sad, but it'd be so funny if you just got like stabbed and killed. When the going gets tough, the champion of justice gets going.
Objection!
Then get going already before he kills us. Oh, but I stand in awe of Simon Blackwell, for it's his sense of justice that set him free.
Objection, objection. I object to the Detective Fulbright's definition of justice.
Can we stop him from killing us?
Silence!
What the heck was that? It was you? I'm not in the habit of cutting down unarmed cowards. Okay, so that didn't sound like his objection. I don't know.
Oh, well, in that case, Prosecutor Blackwell, can I ask you to, you know...
I think the judge forgot he's in charge here. So, Justice Tenma's assertion is this. Tenmataro is the real killer, not Mayor Tenma. According to him, there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. Right, and that yokai, or rather, whoever was impersonating him, killed Alderman Cuby.
Silence!
Bruh. Stop it! Sounds like a personal problem. No, Gare, protect me, please. Care to explain why Jinxie, being the first to discover the murder, did not see your alleged killer yokai there in the Fox Chamber? What? He's right. She said nothing about Tenmataro being in the Fox Chamber. Let me enlighten you. I was just gonna check the, her statement, because I thought she saw it first. What's the blackmail letter? Here we go. Okay, so she went into the scene, then she went to go call the police. Okay, I see. Yeah, so she would have seen it already. Okay. That little scamp heard a dying scream right before she opened the chamber door. And your point is? Upon opening the door, she found a freshly skewered victim, the alderman, and the homicidal maniac who had killed him, the mayor. No, there must have been someone dressed up as... Ah! Then why does the little scamp claim not to have seen a yokai in the fox chamber?
Considering her father is accused of murder, surely she would have mentioned any third party that might have been in the room.
I don't understand. Why didn't she see Temataro inside the fox chamber? There's but one way to find out. Ask Jinxie Tenma whether she saw your killer yokai at the scene of the crime. Uh-oh. The final battle draws nigh. Only one of us will leave here alive. Long has my blade thirsted for blood. At long last it shall be sated. Can we arrest him again? I know he's already in jail, but could we put him back in jail again? Wait, this is still a trial, right? Show me what you're truly capable of. Justice Dono. It seems unfair. Bonk.
Very well then, both parties no doubt need some time to regroup. So the court will take a 10-minute recess in order to... Ah!
3 minutes.
I'm sorry, but a 3-minute recess.
Just so, plenty of time if your destination of intent is the loo.
The loo? You mean the bathroom?
Yeah, I'm not switching I'm not going to British. I'm sticking with my... I don't even know what voice this is, man. Yeah. Sheesh, at least include enough time to wash our hands. See that you take no more than 3 minutes. All latecomers will be punished.
Yes, sir. I hereby declare a 3-minute recess before the battle begins.
I declare Prosecutor Blackwell the winner of this round, Simon Says. Doesn't bode well for us if the prosecutor is running the show, does it? Bonk. Bonk. How are you doing, Gare? Sorry it took me a minute to get to you, but how are you doing? April 18th, 10:40 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 3. He busted out of his shackles. Yeah, what was that all about? They don't make shackles like they used to. Better be careful, Apollo. You've really brought about that samurai into him. Especially after you proved there was a Tenmataro impersonator at the manor. What's with that guy in the whole samurai act anyway? He's probably a samurai. It's probably not an act. It's probably not an act. It's probably just true. Maybe he's the last samurai, like that Tom Cruise movie, The Last Samurai, where everyone is an Asian actor samurai and he's just a white guy. You know, maybe that's what he's doing.
Such fine swordsmanship. There is no mere act. Mr. Justice, it's high time I challenge this jailhouse prosecutor to a duel.
No, wait, let's save the dueling until after we prove your innocence.
I suppose you could wait until later.
Does anyone remember we're conducting a trial here? Athena, I'm gonna go wash up. Remember what Blackwell said, Apollo. Don't be late. I'm gonna be late. Someone's gonna kill me. I'm gonna be late. Oh no, we're back. Okay. April 18, 10:43 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 4.
Now then, I believe our next witness is Miss Jinxie Tenma, a maid at the QB Manor. I believe we can proceed now, if the witness is ready, that is.
Using that to reflect her face so we can see her. Now that is a new level of anxiety I have never seen. Hey, people with anxiety, myself included, take notes. Take notes. This is how you need to walk around in public. Carry a giant mirror so that way you don't have to directly look at people. That's hilarious. Because she still has to look at people. He still has to look at people. This is really funny. I like that. Alright, I got it. Nurarihyun. Nurarihyun. I have no idea what that is, guys. Leader of 100 demons, he really does exist. Wow, that's one well-polished tray.
A witness will show her face in court, or her testimony will be inadmissible. What? What is it, my child?
Begone, Nurarihyun. Nurarihyun? No, this is the next like 2 hours of stream. Nurarihyun. Sure. Leader of 100 demons.
Oh, you think I'm a yokai? Well, I was once known as the judicial monster of sorts. The beast of the bar, the demon of due process, if you will.
Yeah, my charm has no effect. Oh, like there. I was like, what do you mean? You're not really being charming at all. I'm stupid. She is charming, but she's not talking about that kind of charm. Talking about a literal charm. The demon of due process. Not sure I can see that one. No, you little scamp. Hey! How dare. That's very rude. Very rude. Yes. I trust you know why you're here. Bags. Bags? Oh, that tricksy Tanuki. Try the noodle stand and go enjoy a big bowl of Tanuki tail noodles while you're at it. Everyone's a comedian. No, I meant your bags. The ones under your eyes. You must have trouble sleeping. Here, this charm will keep Azukirai away. Azukirai? The yokai that washes Azuki beans? The only thing needing washing will be your father's neck before I take his head clean off. Azukirai often keeps people up at night with the noise he makes washing beans. But if you stick his charm on your forehead, you won't hear him anymore. He's like, oh, is that so? Well, thank you. He's like, oh, okay. Well, she's not afraid of me, so, all right. Oh, you know what? I bet she's not afraid of him because her dad is kind of like this. So she's not really afraid of guys who are like, I'm gonna kill you. Although her dad doesn't say that. But her dad is very intimidating, but she's not intimidated by him. Is he gonna like won over by her? Looks like Prosecutor Blackquill got more than he bargained for. They're bad enough alone, but together those two are just plain creepy. Bunk.
Your testimony, if you please, Miss Tenma. Specifically, whether or not you saw Tenma Taro when you discovered the crime scene.
Alright, here we go. What Jinxie saw. Did I see Tenma Taro in the Fox Chamber? Well, when I opened the door, I saw, yes, now I remember. Yokai, right there in that room. So there was a yokai at the scene of the crime. Uh-huh. Lots and lots of them. Oh, what? Wait, more than one yokai? Did Tenma Taro happen to be among them? I don't know. I just don't know. All I know is that room was swimming with yokai. Kasha, Yurikabe, Seto Taisho. Yeah, they were all in there.
Well, this is an unexpected turn of events. We've gone from no yokai to a flood of them.
Got some pizza. Ooh, that sounds good. Sounds good. What kind of pizza did you get? What kind of pizza? This is ludicrous. You would have this court listen to the delusional little scamp's testimony. Ugh. Thank you, Athena. Thank you for like having him not kill me anymore. Your Honor, I believe her memory is simply clouded by fear. My quick therapy session. What? I'm sorry, just the absurdity of that sentence. The absurdity of a quick therapy session should ease her mind. Now, I'm a big proponent of therapy. Actually, I think a quick therapy session could ease her mind. Still insane to just be like, oh, we just got to get her one quick therapy session and she'll be good. Because that's how it works. One therapy session is all it takes. No, I think it would. I think just like the insaneness of that sentence got me, but actually I think like a quick little like, hey, let's talk this over really quick and then we'll go into it, might actually help. So never mind. I take back my laugh. It was still just funny to think about it like that. Also, she's not a psychiatrist. She's a lawyer. So I don't know what she plans to do, but good luck, Athena. With the court's permission, of course.
What a fabulous idea. Please proceed, Miss Sy.
Oh, public therapy. It's exactly what she needs. Now, I can say this wouldn't help. Public therapy? You sure you know what you're doing, Athena? She's obviously not herself. The trauma of discovering the crime scene and fear of testifying have her dazed and confused, a regular ball of confusion. But my analytical psychology-based approach should be able to help. Okay, I guess she has a lot of psychology training, so maybe that's fine.
Any objections, Prosecutor Blackwell?
Ooh, meat lovers and chicken Alfredo. Oh, you got two. I'm hungry and already ate.
I already ate. I want more. I need more.
I hope it's tasty. I hope it's tasty.
Shall we let Miss Sykes proceed?
Therapy's for babies. Makes no difference to me. Do as you will, but I doubt we shall get any viable testimony. She'd be better served by bearing witness to the sword skills I forged in a distant land. Are you threatening to kill her? Your Honor, he's threatening to kill the witness. Killing me is one thing, but he's going to kill the witness. That surely can't be legal. None of this is legal, but at least that isn't. I'll show you. Your Honor, what is that? Wait, how come my magic bracelet is cheating, but this AI companion isn't cheating? Oh, that's terrifying. I also completely forgot how this game works. Horrifying image. What is this, like Danganronpa? It looks like a screenshot straight out of Danganronpa, I swear. Seriously. Horrifying image of Jinxie right here. Definitely gonna keep me up at night. All right, did I see Tenmatar on the Fox Chamber? When I opened the door, I saw. Yes, now I remember. Yokai in that room. Found something. Looks like an out of control emotion. Athena, what exactly are we looking at here? Also, this is not therapy. I guess it kind of is therapy. Oh, this is one of Widget's functions. Right here, you can see images and emotions extracted from the witness's voice. Whoa, you mean that little thing can do all this? Pretty cool, huh? And here I thought it was just some kid's toy. Unfortunately, all I'm getting is an overflow error right now. But if it's on pizza, I'll make an obsession. That's great. That's great. See how sad is brightly lit up here at the bottom left? That's not sad. That is like terror. She's under an uncontrollable amount of distress, which is masking her other emotions. It seems the sheer terror of the experience has made her a confused mess. So, all those yokai she thinks she saw are a product of rampant emotions. Yep, that's right. Her fear is instilled her hallucinations and false memories. She's seeing normal everyday objects as monsters in her mind. It's a form of schizophrenic hallucination brought upon by emotional trauma. Some fast acting emotional trauma. Well, I guess no, it's not, because this is like not what she saw. It's what her memory is. So she didn't see this in the moment. It's just what she's remembering. Okay. No, I could see that. And the trauma in Jinxie's case is fear. So she was and still is seeing ordinary objects as yokai. We'll have to find the root cause of her extreme fear before I can treat it. Ah, yes, you can just treat schizophrenia. Well, I guess you're not treating schizophrenia, you're treating a schizophrenic episode. But like, you know. Hello, Neon, welcome in. Making your presence known with Koyuki. Ni ha ha ha. Now, let's see. All right. Apollo, can you point out the yokai on the Wheel of Fire? She seems particularly terrified of that one. Start by pressing probe. Next, point to what's causing Jinxie's out of control emotion. Yeah, that was super loud. I don't know why. I thought I turned them down, but I feel like the sound effects got louder. So I don't know what's going on. I just need to go through and reset all the sound effects volumes and stuff like that. But hey, we get some loud Koyukis and loud everythings for now until I fix it, which will probably be tomorrow. I don't know. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Finally, hit probe again and try to get to the heart of the matter. All right, let's give this a try. Press probe. How about you're on Wheel of Fire?
Got it!
Jinxie, what's the name of the yokai on the Wheel of Fire? That's Kasha, the yokai. It steals bodies of the recently deceased. I bet it came to steal the aldermans. It's almost creepy how well that fit the actual situation. Exactly. It's a form of hallucination where the patient can't see things for what they are. There must be something at the scene of the crime that she's mistaking for Kasha. Apollo, you need to pinpoint what she thought the yokai was on the Wheel of Fire. I think I know the answer now. Jinxie, well, that wasn't Kasha you saw. Could you have possibly mistaken it for a save point? This? Maybe the cat. Maybe this cat.
Take that!
This is what you mistook for Kasha. What? That thing? No. What? Oh, did you want me to just do the literal lamp? I'd never make a mistake for that for Kasha. It's a literal cat. You have to consider what Kasha looks like, Apollo. Okay, so I was doing the cat, not the Wheel of Fire.
Take that!
The light fixture. This one right here. It has a flame design and it is up on the ceiling. There was never a yokai on the Wheel of Fire. The Kasha you saw was just a lighting fixture. Oh, you know you missed the Koyuki sound. Well, I have to rectify that. I have to rectify that right now. How dare you miss a Koyuki redeem?
ちょっと
There you go. There you go, Gare. Now you get to hear it too. One was a little bit quieter because she's not screaming. That's one memory back to normal. Nice job. Now that you've got the hang of it, it should be a cinch to point out the rest. Jinxie, what about the white wall-like monster? That's Nurikabe. It's a wall monster that blocks your way and leads you astray. Streamlike, no, don't do it. That's no yokai, Jinxie. It's a folding screen. Ah. And this raccoon dog isn't a tanuki monster. Just a statue of one. Eee. And look, these are just coffee cups. And this right here, it's nothing more than a fox statue. Eee. I don't know what I was thinking. You were just scared. That's okay. Did she get a new... Did she get a new plate? She did. It's a different design. It's a clean design. You did it, Apollo. Her extreme fear is under control now. It was all just my eyes playing tricks on me. You weren't a yokai after all. See? A clear-cut statement. That's the power of my psychology and your intuition, Apollo. Wait, but now we just proved that there was no yokai in there. And just like we thought, there never really was any yokai in the Fox Chamber. Athena, that's not a good thing. He's like, you guys are dumb. Right. There never really were any yokai in there. So the defense is asserting the exact opposite of their original assertion. He's like, it's the opposite of what you were saying, but I mean, I'll take it. Wait. Jinxie, what about Tenmataro? There wasn't anyone there dressed up like Tenmataro and any other yokai either. I remember it clearly now. You've gotta be joking! Their faces are so goofy. Look at them defeated. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Order, order in the court.
I think we just dug our own grave. Allow me to push you in. It's the least I could do. Stop it! No! Apollo, can I interrupt you if you're a freak out for just a minute? I'm still picking up noise. It's an unexpected emotion. Does that mean Jinxie hasn't remembered everything yet? Exactly. We should be able to get something else out of her. I'll enter the new information we have and run an update. All right, here we go. She's happy or surprised? I was so scared when I entered the room. My legs gave out and I fell on the floor. Info update. There in the Fox Chamber, I saw a shiver. The alderman was dead on the table and Papa collapsed in the chair. Info update. Nobody else was in there, and that includes Tenmataro. Wait, what am I supposed to do? Try to find the emotion that contradicts her statements. So if I find a contradictory emotion, I should point it out? That's right, but if it's not just a contradictory emotion, you should look out for it. You should also keep an eye out for sudden changes in emotion and intensity. Her emotions might get stronger or weaker as you move from statement to statement. It's important to compare how the same emotion can change throughout the testimony. Okay. Contradictory emotions and changes in intensity. Okay, I'll give that a shot. Alright, so right now, she's sad and surprised. She's more sad than surprised. Now she's more surprised. She's about equal. Now she's more surprised. Now equal, sad, and scared. Now equal. Now she's less surprised. So let's make a save point here. So she's less surprised that Tenmataro's not in here. We can try this.
Got it.
Huh. That seems like an unnatural reaction. Really? Because I don't see it that way. So it isn't unexpected given her testimony. Hello? Is there anyone else here? Just nod if you can hear me. Yeah, there is someone at home, and that someone is going to try that again. Okay, not that, I guess. Also, I didn't get punished, so I guess I didn't need to do that. Do I do the one where she's like not sad? My legs gave out. Let's try here. Because she's not really that sad here. Just mostly surprised. The amount of fear you felt is rather low despite your legs. Oh, so that was fear? I thought they said she was sad. I don't know, man. The emotions don't make sense. The amount of fear you felt is rather low despite your legs having given out from fright. Could something have lessened your fear? Actually, I did experience a sudden burst of courage at that moment. You did? Where did it come from? Let me think. Oh, it was Mama. I suddenly felt as if she was there with me. Okay, I'll enter sudden burst of courage. Now let's see. Ah, look. Info update. Now she's excited. At least we don't have to look at that horrifying terror face. I'm not saying that she is horrifying. I'm saying the face she is making is a look of horror, and that is translating into me. When I see people who are scared, I also sometimes get scared. Not because I'm scared of them, but because I'm scared with them. Apollo, the noise is all gone. Jinxie seemed to have remembered everything now. All right, what you got? Let her rip. Bye-bye. What? A sudden burst of courage? Now where could that have come from? Jinxie, was there something that gave you a sudden burst of courage? Yes, there was, but, I realized I had done something naughty when I thought about it later. Any idea what could have given Jinxie that courage? Well, there is one piece of evidence that comes to mind. What if she saw something like it at the scene of the crime? Jinxie, did your sudden burst of courage have anything to do with this? This is the stream of save points for real. Was it the warding charm? Warding off Tenmataro. Oh, maybe it was the flower. A flower found only in Ninetale. It boosts Jinxie's courage. Did you see a flower?
Take that!
Jinxie, you didn't happen to see a Ninetales flower there at the scene, did you? The demon lawyer strikes again. I can't hide anything from you. We found a small case with a picture of a Ninetale flower on it. I liked it so much I kept it. You what? You can't remove evidence from a crime scene? Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Oh, that's right, young lady. Removing evidence is a big no-no.
No.
Now, the witness will produce said evidence this instant.
Sorry.
That's fine. It does seem to be some sort of case. Oh, look, something slid out. It appears to be a key.
Might I have a look, your baldness? Ah. This is none other than the master key to the QB Manor.
Are you certain of this, Prosecutor Blackwell?
It matches the serial number of the key that went missing after the murder. A master key? That went missing? Why don't I like the sound of that? Our little scamp here has stumbled upon an article of unimaginable consequence. That's a little melodramatic, don't you think? Heed these words, for I shall say them but once. The sole key to the Fox Chamber has been in this little scamp's constant possession. Ooh, I see what they're picking up, what they're putting down. Ergo, she was the sole person who could use it before, during, and after the murder. Which leaves the master key as the only key that could have opened the chamber. But this master key was found in a room that had been locked by this girl. And your point is, until Jinxie Tenma opened the Fox Chamber with her key, the room had been locked tight from the outside world. And there was no one else in there, save the victim and his killer. I trust you have figured it out yourself by now. A killer other than the Mayor Tenma himself would be utterly inconceivable. No! I think that was long enough. I think it was long enough of a no.
Objection!
Oh, Athena's not backing down. How could this happen? We have an ad break coming up soon, so enjoy the ads and I'll fill you in with what you missed out on. What am I doing? Going off the rails tonight. truly going off the rails tonight. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
The defense's assistant will refrain from growling her frustrations.
He did that too. He also growled. Athena, are you alright? I know Mayor Ten was innocent, but there's nothing we can do. Oh no, it's blue screening. No, it's blue screening. This sucks. It's never the same after low on a run. I'm just losing my brains. I'm dying. Sykes don't know. Allow me to put you out of your misery. No, don't do that. Can I decline your offer? I don't wanna. Oh man. Actually, guys, really quick, well, in ads, I'm just gonna BRB really quick. Really quick. I promise. See really quick. It was so very quick. So the game is muted. Awesome. I hope I didn't have the game unmuted that whole time. That would be embarrassing. See, have you seen the C meme? Actually, I have no idea who did the C meme, but it's just a guy going C, and then it's like, you know, and then it just says C. Oh, you know what? It was just a bit from a Curtis Connor video. Hold on. Not actually a meme, but it was really funny. It was good. All right, welcome back from ads. I was here the whole time. I didn't leave at all. Let's keep going. Abandon your client and your misplaced faith in him. Let the relief of a clear head and clean conscience come rushing in. That will make an inevitable guilty verdict far easier to accept. Great, now he's playing Simon Says with us. Well, he's not gonna fool us with his stupid mind games. Athena, don't fall for his tricks. That'd be so funny. She's like, okay, I quit. Now I'm the one who's dazed and confused. I can't even think straight. Hey, are you all right? She fell right into his trap. Now I suggest you make a mad dash from the courtroom and into the wild blue yonder. Only by running shall your mind be cleared, your conscience cleansed. All right, I'll be back in 10. No, stop. Athena, stay with me, Athena. Don't let yourself be twisted by the samurai. Apollo.
Mr. Justice, I heard the word objection, but what is it you object to?
You're bringing that up now? Have you seen the past 3 billion cases we've done, Your Honor? We have never said objection in, like, we've never said objection correctly, ever. We've never correctly objected. I don't think we've ever done that. Actually, that's a lie. I think a fair amount of them might be fair, but like a lot of times you just object to them saying anything. It's so dumb. Huh? Oh, right. That objection was more of a reflex than anything else. Though, I was hoping something would come to me while I was trying to stop Athena.
The court is waiting, Mr. Justice, though as it stands now, I'll be forced to declare your client guilty and your legal skills suspect if it is. Now, do you have anything that could overturn the prosecution's case?
Well, actually, I do. I'm Apollo Justice, and I'm fine. Yeah, that's a callback, guys. That is a callback. Apollo, you do have something more than cords of steel, don't you? Nope. Not really, but we'll be fine. But I've got absolutely nothing. But that's never stopped me before. I have to explain how the real killer could have escaped the locked room. Because it's all over if I don't. I'm Apollo Justice, and you're watching Disney Channel.
That is not evidence, Apollo.
Apollo, this calls for a new approach. Try to think outside the box, or outside the room. Or in this case, inside the box. No, you do have to go outside, because you have to go out through the air ducts. What a doozy that locked room is, too. Bonk.
Well, Mr. Justice, do you have anything that can counter the prosecution's argument?
You bet I do. Yeah, this is definitely an outside the box, not an inside the box. The real killer must have escaped the room, the locked room, one way or another. Vague conjecture. Shall only yearn you a taste of my blade, Justice Dono. Time to do or die, literally. Bonk.
The defense will now explain how it would be possible to escape the locked room.
You sure about this, Apollo? And you really explain what happened? I'm fine. You just need to think of the whole escape a locked room thing over from the beginning. So, let's see. If the killer had escaped, how could they have done so? The choices are pretty limited. The room has a window, but it doesn't open wide enough for anyone to get through. And there's a sheer cliff outside. As for the air vent, it's up too high, and there's nothing you could stand on to reach it. Needless to say, the forbidden chamber wouldn't open no matter how we did what we did, so that's out. Yeah, that's why we gotta keep the solution simple. Like they say, simple is best. You need to rule out all of the absolutely impossible escape routes. And whatever's left just might lead us to how the Fox Chambers was compromised. Your Honor, the defense proposes that the killer escaped through here. I think it's the air duct, because it literally leads out into the hallway where he ran into to Jinxie. So I think it's the air duct. The only problem is I don't know like where, like what part of the air duct. Maybe it's any part of it. We're just gonna save, but I'm guessing it's the air duct.
Take that!
I guess how the killer changed the It's questionable as the approach escape route.
Okay, I wish I could escape right now.
I'm afraid there's no escaping a penalty for your random guessing.
It's not random. All right, let's reload. I'm still guessing it's the air duct. Let me just hit the word air duct. Okay, so that one doesn't work. Your reasoning skills are questionable. I'm gonna just try the opening, like here.
Take that!
No, okay. I guess it's not actually the air duct. That makes sense to me, though. Maybe he was in the... I guess he could have been in the Forbidden Chamber.
Take that!
Just how did the killer escape through there? Okay, nope. Alright, where did he escape from? Did he just come out the door? Oh, wait. Did he just hide behind the door? Did he just hide behind the door? Yeah, he could have just hidden behind the door, right? Hey, Can, how are you doing? Then the girl, yeah. So she was standing here, or she went in the room, saw the dead bodies, ran out, ran to the phone, called the police. Then when she came back here, the Birdman or Tenmataro ran into her here. So you could have just hidden behind the doors. Yeah, what if he just hid behind the door? I can't see what kind of door, if the door's opened in or out, but could he have just left through the door?
Take that!
The hallway door? Well, yes, I suppose that would be the only way out.
It would appear you've already forgotten. The only available key until Jinxie Tenma came onto the scene was within the locked room. How are you doing, Can? Good to see ya. Welcome in. How would one exit through the Fox Chamber and unlock it without a key? I should have seen this coming. Remember, Apollo, keep it simple. Simple, right. Could understand if the killer had exited the room with the key, but... bonk.
Well, Mr. Justice, Prosecutor has some fine Japanese steel waiting unless you explain yourself quickly.
Yeah, I'm fine. I can explain myself. The reason the Fox Chamber hallway door was locked was because... the reason the Fox Chamber's hallway door was locked... I'm so happy that they let me access these save points while I'm in the question, because they used to take that option away from you. Because I like to be a big baby and I don't like to risk my little questions. Did he lock it from the outside? Because she had the key, but she only picked up the key after she was going to the door. So maybe she found the key? It locked on its own. The perp locked it from the outside. Maybe it locked on its own. I don't know. Maybe the door closed accidentally on its own? Nope. Nope. The killer will never be identified if we attribute key moments to mere chance. Oh, okay, that's not what I meant. I meant like it was an automatically locking door, not like accidentally it locked itself. I meant like it was just like, you know, auto-locking. And perhaps that sedative just happened to make its way into his coffee. Mere chance could explain any number of things. Right, next idea then. Okay. Good, can't wait for Himari. After maintenance, need to wait 6 hours. Man, the pain. The pain! True pain. It'll be fun, it'll be worth it. I will just say he locked it from the inside. Mayor Tenma locked himself in after the killer fled the scene, just in case the killer decided to return. That would explain why the room was locked.
Yes, I see. Then again, wouldn't Mayor Tenma have mentioned that himself?
Oh, maybe it slipped my mind because of that blow to his head? I have already considered and investigated such possibilities. You have? The mayor's fingerprints were not found on the door or its doorknob. The only fingerprint found belonged to the alderman. Ergo, the mayor did not so much as touch the door. Oops. Wait, so... But how did the key end up inside if the guy locked it from the outside? Or was the key not found on the outside? What if the room was locked from the outside? In other words, the killer took the key through the... Consider this. The master key was found inside the tightly locked fox chamber. Any assertion that the key was removed from that room is a blatant contradiction of fact. Exiting the room before locking the door would require taking the key. But the key was found inside the room, which does seem like a contradiction. If only we could explain both. How the key would end up inside the room and be locked. With the air ducts. So maybe you can't get in, but the key could. Bonk.
Well, let's see if the defense can respond to the Prosecutor Blackwell's draw. Before Prosecutor Blackwell draws his sword. How could the master key and be at the crime scene?
Okay, slipped it when the door was open, threw it from outside. Threw it from outside, yeah, because the window was open. Slipped it in when the door was opened. Let's see, he threw it. I think he threw it. What if someone threw it into the room from outside? You know, something like the window was open. Go out the hallway door and lock up the room and toss the key back in through the window. That would explain how the master key could be found inside the locked room. And where would you throw it from? There's a cliff outside the fox chamber's window. Throwing a key from there is an impossibility. Hey, he's a master, you know, probably like a pro wrestler guy, right? Oh, right. I wonder if the key could have been tossed in from somewhere other than the window. Oh, am I not being punished for this? Nice. Somewhere other than the window? Like the air duct. Could the key have been caught? Yes, yes. Tossed in through the air duct. I mean, that's an insane... Look at that throw. What do you mean? You're gonna bounce it off the wall and then... Crazy. It's gonna be the air duct, though.
Take that!
The air vent?
Yeah. The window may be out of the question, but the air vent's not. Oh, that's right. The fox chamber's air duct leads out into the hallway. That's right. The real killer entered the air duct from the vent outside the fox chamber. Then dropped the key into the room. Oh, so he was actually in the vent. He didn't throw it. Okay, I see. Then dropped the key into the room through the air vent inside the chamber. That's preposterous. Ooh, that explains how the key got in there after it was used to unlock the door perfectly.
Mr. Justice, I'm afraid I'm a bit confused.
Don't worry. I'll explain it so even your honor can understand. He's like, what? What did you say about? What do you mean even? Excuse me? First, the real killer disguised as Ten Mataro murdered the alderman in the fox chamber. Then, they fled the room through the hallway door and locked it. Next, they entered the air duct from the vent out inside the hallway. Finally, the killer tossed the key into the room through the air vent in the ceiling there. All that was left to do after that was go back through the duct and flee the manor. Well, Your Honor, could that be any clearer?
Amazing, even I could follow that.
Okay, now he's accepted it. The judge seems really pleased. That explains everything. The real killer was someone dressed up as Ten Mataro. And there was someone else other than the mayor and the alderman in that room. Wrong button. Hey, looks like that lawyer is beating the jailbird prosecutor. Whoa, that was totally a turnabout. Turnabout. That's a reference. That's a reference. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Order, 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 I say.
Now that I've proved the possible third party, I don't see how our client could be guilty.
Silence.
All right, what do you got? A valiant effort, Justice Dono, but your final thrust missed its mark. Huh? Both that little scamp and the tricksy Tanuki saw the yokai after it left the room. But then what? Did that irksome yokai go through the foyer and waltz right out the front door? That's exactly what happened. The killer fled from the... Ouch! But that is impossible. Without being spotted by the foyer's security camera, that is. I was gonna wonder when they brought this up. The electric eye here would have captured the pesky little yokai trying to escape. However, there's no sign of Tenpataro. Oh, yawn attack. Yawn attack, sorry. Sorry. Ooh. Let me try that again. However, there's no sign of Tenmataro anywhere in the security footage. What? Save for the foyer entrance, there is no other way to flee the manor, is there? I don't feel so good. Wait, I believe there is one other way to escape besides the foyer entrance. There's a large window in the foyer. It's possible to escape through there without being seen by the security camera. Hey, you're right.
Silence.
Oh. Must they point out every crucial detail to the defense? Yes, that is kind of your job. It seems you lack not only brains, but investigative prowess to boot. That is the cliff side of the manor. The only killer escaping that way would be a dead one. No, non? Why did you add an N? Non? Wait, so the killer didn't escape out the foyer window? What the heck, right? Huh. I suppose your next proposal was the killer sprouted wings and flew into the sunset. But he flew. He did fly. I'm wondering when this thing is gonna come into play. He was somehow flying, so, you know. I mean, I don't know how that... maybe it's a kite or something? I don't know. But that has to come into play at some point. I mean, the killer was really a yokai. If only he had some sort of evidence that could point to a flying kill... Oh. Well, there we go. It's about time. Who's saying we don't? As completely far-fetched as it might be. What? You're saying you can prove that the killer could fly? Yeah, it does come with wings, so maybe that proves light. I don't know. Oh, I thought I was the one with the cords of steel. Bonk.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Your Honor.
What evidence do you have that the killer flew away?
I mean, we saw it, right?
Take that.
Yeah, I guess it could be a glider, but I don't know. Maybe. I'm willing to believe it for this universe. I feel like you could have a glider that small that could carry a person. I could see it being real. I don't think you could do that in real life, though. I feel like you would just die. Take a look at this special edition paper.
Tenmataro, real or fight or fancy? What does that article prove, Mr. Just?
Do you see the picture of the flying Tenmataro? Are you blind, Your Honor?
The photo
in that article was taken shortly after the murder. Maybe the yokai in the photo is the killer shortly after they fled out the window?
Mr. Justice, you're not seriously suggesting...
Oh, I'm serious. I mean, it all adds up. I love how he just locks in. He's like, maybe. Actually, no. Yes. The killer disguised as Tenmataro flew away. You know, by some way or another.
Silence.
Is it your brain that has flown the coop? That image is not but trick of photography or some other from an artifice. Okay, then how about Tenmataro, or how about the Tenmataro figure that Phil saw? It just vanished into thin air? No, there's a rational common sense explanation for that. That infernal yokai, our Trixie Tanuki witnessed, never reached the entrance. He, or should I say she, turned back before the camera's electric eye. She? I don't like where this is going one bit. Now, The fact that we don't know the yokai had come from the Fox Chamber means it was likely either Mayor Damien Tenma or his daughter Jinxie Tenma. However, we know that Mayor Tenma was already unconscious at the time. Not good. Not good at all. Oh, so now you're gonna accuse her. Do you understand the gravity of the situation now, Justice Dono? The falsified yokai remnants and the appearance of Tenmataro were the work of one individual. And that individual is none other than Jinxie Tenma. You're doing what now? Can we stop accusing children of committing murder? When will you learn? When will you learn that children don't commit murder? At least in this universe, they don't. Well, there was that one time. No, she was an adult. She was an adult. Didn't act like an adult, but she was an adult. She was like 21. Children don't commit murder in this universe. At least not yet. Not yet. Maybe they do. Ah, no. Well, actually, hold on a minute. I take it back. I think Black Quill has, right? He said he's killed people before. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Order, order! The defense will stop competing for the greatest freakout ever.
Oh, he's 28. Okay, no. He probably... I thought he was like 18 for some reason. No, okay. Yeah, children don't murder people in this universe. It's fine. The little scamp was, no doubt, simply trying to protect her father. And it's no wonder that her superstitious mind conjured up this mad masquerade.
Prosecutor Blackwell's assertion makes perfect sense to me. It's far more convincing than saying that the killer escaped by flying out the window.
Do you truly believe this could end in any other way? Did we fall right into his trap? What do we do now, Apollo? Our case no longer stands with our real yokai, if only we had one. Bailiff, seize her. It's time I interrogated her as the samurai of your wood. Hold it. Oh, you? What's up? Mayor Tenma? This farce is over? How does it feel seeing your own daughter accused of a cover-up most foul? Tenmataro's true identity is... Now, Mr. Mayor, it would be futile at this point to claim you were the yokai. After all, you had been knocked out cold by the blow to the skull. Slipping into a yokai costume and roaming about the manor would be all but impossible. Consider this well. As it stands, your daughter will be arrested for obstruction of justice. But if you confess, the prosecution would be willing to overlook her little yokai farce.
Confess? The defendant intends to confess?
Wait. Apollo, Prosecutor Blackwell's up to his mind games again. Mayor Tenma, no, don't fall to his twisted words. If you're sent away for murder, Jinxie will be left all alone.
The real killer is...
Mayor Tenma's gonna confess. Guys, let him finish. Maybe he's gonna accuse somebody else. Maybe he's not gonna confess. Maybe he just needs to say, like, no, it's not me, guys. It's someone else. Mayor Tenma's gonna confess unless we do something. But I can't prove how the real killer would have flown away.
Is it... Caw, caw, caw. Look upon me and despair, for ripe is the time for my return.
Huh? I should watch what I wish for. What are you doing, buddy?
What? Caw, 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 foolish mortals! I am Tenmataro, the yokai you seek.
Mayor Tenma?
Silence! I am Tenmataro, freed from the bonds binding me to the Forbidden Chamber. Behold the return of the Demon King.
What the Demon King?
Well, then I think it's time for me to take a vacation.
Please, I don't want to cross-examine this guy right now. I don't want to have to do this. Bonk, bonk, bonk.
The witness will, he will explain himself. Are you saying you're Tenmataro, the yokai we've been chasing this whole time?
Indeed. It is I, Tenmataro, the one whom you seek, come to reveal the truth. I don't know what I'm doing with his voice. I'm just losing my brain. This child is Tenmataro, you say? Ha! What nonsense. Yes, I love the 3D of this game. It's really fun. It's a really good, like, move to 3D from 2D. So, Mayor Tenma is a yokai now. Caw, caw, caw. His body is mine now.
So you're saying that Mayor Tenma is being possessed by you? And that is the yokai that Jinxie Tenma and Phineas Field saw? And the one captured in the newspaper photo, those were all you?
The accursed power of these warding charms prevents me from revealing my true form. Yeah, he's just lying, for sure. Even Blackwell's like, bro, your baldness. Can this not be interpreted as an admission of guilt? He's like, I'm really gonna be doing this, I guess.
Well, a confession by a yokai would be quite unprecedented.
Be that as it may, the defense's case has been overturned. Huh? What? You claim the yokai that little scamp saw was the third party, the true killer. The one who escaped from the locked fox chamber, but it was the accused all along. Ironic, is it not? Your yokai turned out to be a real manner of speaking. For the alderman's killer is none other than Mayor Tenma and the yokai at the scene. That too was Mayor Tenma, or should I say, our dear Tenma Taro. The pieces have all fallen into place. How so, Prosecutor Blackwell? Seems I must spell it all out for you. Mayor Tenma killed Alderman in the Fox Chamber, which was locked at the time. He then removed the warding charms from the Forbidden Chamber's door, but then fell unconscious from the blow that Alderman had delivered on his head. That was when his daughter Jinxie Tenma stumbled upon the scene of the crime. The little scamp fled in terror, whereupon the spirit of Tenmataro, freed at last from the charm's warding effect, took possession of the mayor. The newly freed Tenmataro then fled from the Fox Chamber. So you see, the yokai Jinxie Tenma saw was her father possessed by Tenmataro.
Objection!
But when we arrived on the scene, the mayor was found unconscious. How was that possible if he was supposed to have flown out the foyer window? Then what, do you mean to say that the maid of QB Manor, Jinxie Tenma, was Tenmataro? Oh. Why didn't they give this guy a voice? Caw. That is too easily explained. Flew about for a time I did, but presently tired, I made for the Forbidden Chamber. But alas, exhaustion took me, unawareness in the Fox Chamber, and I knew no more. It would seem the pieces are still in place. Is Blackwell up to his tricks again?
I don't know what to say. Is the defendant really alive? A real live?
Is the defendant a real live? Oh, real live yokai. So the rumor about Mayor Tenma is true. I knew the yokai were real. You mean he really did kill Alderman just so he could release Tenmataro? Bonk, bonk, bonk.
Order!
Now he's got everyone in the courtroom believing in yokai. As Simon says, on steroids.
Guys, I have something insane to show you. I have seen Simon Says on steroids. Oh my god, I forgot his name. Steve Max or something like that. There's a professional Simon Says like person, and it is the most entertaining 5 minutes of your life. I'm gonna look it up really quick. Is it like, hold on. I didn't know it was like a thing. It's the most entertaining thing in the world. Yeah, Steve Max, the Simon Says guy. Check out Simon Says. Oh, wait, hold on. I wonder if I can find one here. Let's see. Hold on, I gotta show you this, guys. This is super important. This is a super important break. Super duper important right here. All right, hold on. Let me add the let me mute this and add the browser here. Guys, if you really don't think Simon Says is entertaining, just look. This is the most insane Simon Says you've ever seen. Yeah, this is a crazy tangent. All right, so this guy, you can hire him out for events, and he'll just pick people, and he'll do a game of Simon Says. I've seen this guy in person. So you just gotta like sit back and enjoy the show.
That's a lawsuit waiting to happen. Here's how this works. We are gonna eliminate all the gentlemen down to one. We'll eliminate the ladies down to one. And then
This guy brings in like his own camera crew and everything.
Before we begin, can we please show them the magic love and give them a nice big round of applause?
Yatta! Good luck, teams.
Stop. Too much love, especially from that guy. All right, ladies,
He's like so
relax,
entertaining
pay
too.
attention. Gentlemen, here we go. Hands
All right, ready?
up,
Watch
hands
this.
Up, Simon says hands up, Simon says hands down. Faster, hands up, and you're out. You're out. Go. Yes.
This guy
Now look
is
at me,
like
go.
lightning
Quick,
round. All right, here we go.
Simon says hands on head. Simon says tap. Simon says stop. Hands up. You're out. You're out.
He's so brutal,
Yes.
dude.
You have an amazing head of hair, and you're out. Simon says hands up, hands down. Nice, faster. Simon says hands down. Everyone come a little bit closer, please. You're out.
You're out. Even that, just saying come closer, it's like you're out. It's
See how
so
this
good.
works? Simon says move
So
down.
good.
Simon says move down. Simon
It's
says
so
move
good.
down. Simon says stop. Simon says put up your right hand. Yes. Wave it around. You're out. Simon says
It's so
wave.
good, man.
Simon says stop. Left hand up, both hands. You're out. Simon says both hands
I
up.
love the
Wave it
brutality of
around,
this.
You're out.
No.
Wait a minute, sir.
No
Sir,
jokes.
I feel bad. You're back in the game. Yeah.
Oh, he's back in.
Sir,
That's a
I
new one.
didn't
Haven't
say
seen him do
Simon
that.
says you're out again.
Oh my gosh, he got him so good.
Here we go. Simon,
That's really
Simon says
funny.
hands down. And then there were four. Simon says up, Simon says down. Simon says up, Simon says down. What are you working on hydraulics? Let's go. Simon says up, Simon says wave, Simon says stop, hands down. You're out. Simon says hands
Ooh.
down, run in place. Simon says run, Simon says stop, hands up.
Oh, uh-oh. No, he caught him.
Everybody saw you.
Dude, this
Simon
is...
says face each other. Simon says give each other the magic double high five.
The what?
Simon says hands down. Face me, please. Face me. Face
Oh,
me.
this is
face
good.
Me. Seriously, face me. Face me. It's okay. I won't call you out. Face me. Face me.
This is so funny.
Nice. Simon says face me, and here we go. Simon says up, Simon says down, Simon says up, Simon says down, Simon says up, Simon says down, Simon says run, Simon says...
They're really not doing it. They're kind of just standing there. Come on.
You're in the finals.
Oh my
Simon
gosh.
says, what's your name? Who? Carmel? Carmel. Here we go, ladies. Here we go. Here we go, ladies.
We
Here
gotta
go.
jam along.
Ladies, hands up. Hands up. Simon says hands up. Simon says hands down. Simon says run. Simon says stop. Simon says give me a big jump. Woo! One more. Woo!
One
Simon
more.
says hands
Get
up,
out.
Hands down. Hands down. No, 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 no. Simon says hands down. Faster. Hands up. Hands. No, no, no. Simon says
I just
hands
love
on
the
head.
efficiency.
Simon says
The
lean forward.
efficiency
Stand
of
up
this
straight.
man.
Simon says
I
stand
never
up
thought you
straight.
could be a
Hands up.
professional Simon
No,
Says
no,
like
no, no.
person player.
Move down, please. Move
This
down.
guy is that.
You're out. You're out. You're out. Simon says move down. Simon says stop. Hey, don't blame me. They're terrible listeners. Here we go.
Just
Simon
a
says
straight up
put- Simon
roast.
says hands down. Simon says put up your left hand. Really?
Oh, they put up their right hands.
What? You're French? Congratulations.
Congratulations.
You're in the finals. She's French. Simon says, what's your name? Aubrey. Carmelo, let's go. Simon says, let's go. Simon says,
All
let's
right,
go.
here we go. The
There's only one way
finals.
to settle this. Simon says, dance off.
It's so good. The camera tilts. I just love
I've seen
this.
enough. Aubrey, pretty good. Carmelo, decent dancer. Truth
Decent.
is, I'm in a very good mood because I'm back here in Orlando with the best fans in the nation.
I will say he says this every single time. I saw him and he said this
So
3
you
times
know,
at 3 different
Simon
events.
Says champion!
Which, you know, I think is fair. Having 2 Simon Says winners, that's totally fine. But he does say that every single event. He's like, this is the best one, so I'm gonna give you guys 2 winners. Anyway, yeah. Sorry about that, guys. I just saw him in person, and it was probably the most entertaining thing I've ever seen in my life. And I needed to let you know that that guy is real. And if you have the ability to afford him, you should rent him out just because he's insane. He's insane. I love that guy. Anyway, what were we doing? That's gonna stay in the YouTube video, by the way. That's not getting cut out. I don't think anyone's gonna get that far into the video. But in case anyone does at around the 2-hour mark, they're just like, why is he watching a Simon Says game? That'll be for the people who really go on. Okay, let's just keep playing. Let's keep going here. What are we talking about? He wants to convict our client any way he can, even if it means blaming a yokai. The proverbial ducks are all in a row. You should now have no qualms about finding the accused guilty, your baldness.
This is one of the most bizarre cases in my entire career. Otherworldly, in fact.
You know what? No spoilers for the first trilogy. Are you forgetting about what happened in the first trilogy, Your Honor? What do you mean, otherworldly? Did you forget what happened? Once again, don't really want to spoil it in case you didn't watch me play the first 3 games, but otherworldly is putting it mildly about what happened in that final case. In all the cases. But also, man, let's just move on, Judge.
Can yokai even be prosecuted under our legal system?
You've already done that. Granted, she was a spirit. I guess I spoiled it. Sorry, guys. But you did prosecute. Actually, no, we just kind of like... I'm going to stop talking. I think I did great in that sword challenge. I'll train my user hyper focus on... Yeah. That's the thing. Every single person... Every time I watch them, like, oh, I could easily do it. I could easily do it. But you know, every single one of those people in there would be like, oh, I could easily do this. So, I feel like it would be super easy until I get down there and I get out in the first round. I feel like that's how it would go for everyone.
Objection!
Mayor Tenma is just pretending to be Tenmatar to protect his daughter. Plus, I already proved how a third party could have escaped from the locked room. A verdict at this point would be premature.
Since both sides have raised valid points, I have no choice but to...
Silence!
Oh yeah, I got a caramel candy, so if my voice acting sounds like I have a caramel candy in my mouth. It's because I do. The dark age of law where the defense attorneys are not to be trusted. This is but a ploy to gain time for them to fabricate evidence. How will I sleep tonight? Knowing you will not let the sun rise on the mayor's day of reckoning. Justice Dono.
Objection!
I won't fabricate any evidence.
Silence!
Then prove it by joining me. A night in the clink will ensure you will not succumb to temptation. How about I just promise not to succumb to anything? We have both evidence and a confession. The killer is this yokai before us. It is beyond dispute. A guilty verdict is all but... Ah! Whoa, who tased him? What's wrong? Is he a robot? Prosecutor Blackwell, we've had enough of your hijinks. The foundation of justice is fair play, and you are in a serious violation of that. Did you tase him? What the devil was that? Fulbright, have you tampered with my shackles in some manner? It seems you have found that quite shocking. It is my special jolt of justice device. Each press of is a shocking reminder to behave. Where was that even when he was like murdering me? God! Your Honor, you need not fear now. I believe Prosecutor Blackwell will remain on his best behavior. A bit late with the reassurances, aren't we, Detective? Bonk.
Well, in that case, this concludes today's deliberations. Prosecution and defense will use this opportunity to further their investigations. The court is adjourned.
Bonk, finally. We're free! We're free! Alright, let's go for a little bit longer. No, let's go back up to the top here. Because everything resets, so we don't need to save progress for the next case. Yes, next chapter, please. April 18, 1:20 p.m. Write anything agency. Having a yokai testify in court is unprecedented to say the least. I'm Ten Mataro, the yokai you seek. How could such a straight-faced man like that, like Mr. Tenma, suddenly become a demon? Yeah, it's strange. Even worse, Prosecutor Blackwell is playing along. I can't even think straight anymore. I need to go out for a run. See you in a bit. Wait, what about the... investigation. Back. Whoa, Trucy, welcome back. Oh, you're in your stage outfit. She's always in her stage outfit. Yep, I really nailed this new magic trick I've been working on. I also heard about those tricks they were conjured up in the court earlier. You know, the demon out of nowhere trick and Polytrope style defense trick, or tightrope. It was seriously considering a disappearing act of my own after all that craziness. Anyway, our next trick is to find a suspect other than the mayor. You know, the killer must have used the air duct in their escape. And whoever did that was the Ten Mataro that Mr. Filch and Jinxie saw. Right, maybe there's evidence in the air duct? A real fight starts now. Hey, before you go, let me make the evidence you no longer need disappear. Oh my gosh. This is cinema. This is actually cinema. There's no way they're actually gonna take away evidence we don't need anymore. Cinema game. That's so nice. Because these evidence logs sometimes can be like 5 pages long of just evidence you never need anymore. Okay, well, it hasn't gone away yet. Unnecessary evidence has disappeared into Trucy's magic pennies. You know, the gameplay mechanic is so good, I don't even care that I had to read that sentence out loud. That's how happy I am about that mechanic. We also have our final ad break. Hope you get some good ads. Hope they're fun and entertaining. And I'll fill you in with what you missed out on. You probably won't miss much during this ad break, to be fair. But I'll see you in a bit. I wonder where all that stuff goes. into non-being, which is to say everywhere and nowhere. Throw in a little Harry Potter reference, you know, just a little bit. Haven't done a Star Wars one yet, but figured change it up a little. Do a Harry Potter reference. Okay, let's get over to the crime scene. Vamonos. Apollo, vamonos. He's had to say that the most American way possible to make Neon a little bit upset with me. April 18, QB Manor, Fox Chamber. Detective Fulbright, mind if we search the air duct? Well, since you really are on the side of justice, I suppose I can let you. Plus, my own sense of justice has been called into doubt, so... I wonder if he's been like this ever since the trial. Well, his sense of justice has been beaten to a pulp. It'll probably take a while for him to recover. I sort of feel bad for him, but we have to work too. We have work to do. All right, so let's see what evidence we got rid of. Okay, so we're still down to like a fair amount left. That's nice though. Let's go get the evidence we need. The air duct is the key. We know Tamataro impersonator used it to make an escape. After murdering the alderman... Why is he the alderman? Doesn't he just have a name? Why are they calling him the alderman? The killer left the Fox chamber through the hallway door. Choking. I'm dying over here. Okay, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Then locking the door from the outside. The killer entered the air duct in the hallway. Finally, the killer dropped the key into the Fox chamber through the air vent here. Then went back to the air duct, fled to the manor. Okay, blah, 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 blah. That's how the illusion of no one entering or leaving the locked room was created. If the killer passed through the air duct, maybe we'll find some evidence there. Yeah, maybe some black feathers or something like that. Well, here's our vent. It's awfully high up. Don't worry, I brought a stepladder. Oh, the stepladder joke. Oh man, I'm kind of sad that all the ad people are missing the stepladder joke. I brought a stepladder. Happy hunting. How nice of her to volunteer me for the job. You're wait, they're not gonna actually make the joke? They're just gonna mention a stepladder but not make the joke? Oh my gosh. For those of you who are unaware, every single Ace Attorney game has a stepladder joke where there's a ladder and the two main characters argue, it's stepladder. No, I think it's just a ladder. There's like a small, like 2 or 3 line argument of, is this a stepladder or a ladder? But they just mentioned it. They didn't even argue about it. They're supposed to argue. You're removing the point of the whole reference. You gotta argue. Welcome back from ads, everybody. Unfortunately, you guys did miss the stepladder of the game, but it's fine because they didn't really. They just said it's a stepladder. They didn't argue about it. Maybe they're gonna argue about it in a bit. Maybe they will. I hope so. Because that's the whole point of the reference. You gotta fight. Fight for your side. What do you guys think? Ladder or stepladder? I don't know. It's pitch black in here. Well, here goes nothing. There's a thick layer of dust in here. Whoa, that was a gross one. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean for that part to be so gross. I don't get it. Find anything? Yikes! Apollo, what happened? You're covered in dust. Yeah, dust. Lots of dust. So, what'd you find? You know, dust collects on something when nobody uses it for a long time. Yeah, like Mr. Wright's desk back at the office. Ouch. Right. You think it'd be possible to crawl over that sort of dust without leaving a trail? Seriously, I doubt it. Wait, you're not suggesting... No one's gone through the duct lately? Kinda looks like that way. If that's true, Mayor Tenma is gonna be Mayor Tenma is gonna be shown as the killer. I'm not reading that. Come on, man. Come on, guys. You can't put that. I'm not gonna dwell on it. But if we don't turn things around quickly, in justice we trust. Oh my gosh, I read that wrong. God. Sorry, Mr. Justice, but it seems your justice was not the most just after all. It is my sense of justice that has prevailed. Arg. Oh, arg. That's me. Detective Fulbright seems chipper all of a sudden. And I'm back to my old devastated self. Oh, come on. Where's that never say die spirit? Bring it on, Mr. Lawyer Man. Bring it on. Let me suffer in peace. Justice prevails once more. It's not over yet, and besides, kicking someone when they're down is what bad guys do. Are you calling me a bad guy? Yes. Me, Bobby Fulbright, champion of justice. And how about some information on the investigation? We need some help here. Information about the investigation? All right, but I won't have you calling me a bad guy ever again, understood? We did it, Apollo. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but how long can we keep this up? All right, sure. I love this song. This song is fun. Get you out of... No, it wasn't my fault. I can't believe Prosecutor Blackwell would stoop that low. I mean, pinning the blame on a yokai, he really wants a conviction at all costs. She could give a yokai a run for its money when she's mad. Yes, well, I have him writing self-reflective essay as we speak. I doubt that'll teach him anything. Yeah, he'll probably just write "daughter" 1,000 times. That's hilarious. That whole yokai business is most likely a ploy to win a conviction. Truth is, Prosecutor Blackwell believes Jinxie Tenma planted the yokai stuff. Planted it in an effort to protect her father, the real killer. Yeah, right. I'd like to see him prove it. He's working on it. Yeah, he is trying to prove it right now. Whoa, calm down. He doesn't even have any direct evidence, but we did find this. It was at the base of the cliff outside the QB Manor. Wait, that isn't the staff Timatara was supposedly carrying, is it? The one and only. Miss Tenma no doubt tossed it over the cliff when she was done. No way. Well, what about the prince? Nope, no prince, but if she was wearing a costume, there wouldn't be any anyway. Well, prince or no prince, it isn't going to work in our favor. Sounds like the staff might have belonged to the mansion. What if that's the case? And where in the mansion did Timatara get it from? Whoops, wrong button. Did Prosecutor Blackwell figure out that the victim was the Amazing Ninetales? He did, indeed. He's a sharp one, all right. He figured it out while investigating the municipal merger of the victim's past. The Amazing Ninetales sparked the yokai craze and worked against the merger. And Mayor Damien Tenma is the corrupt politician who murdered that great hero. The Amazing Ninetales fans are so angry, they even tried to storm the detention center. I don't blame them. I mean, their favorite masked wrestling hero was murdered. They must have been shocked when they found out what happened. Speaking of which, isn't Jinxie also a big fan of the Amazing Ninetales? The wrestler's mask is more precious than his own life. He never unmasked himself in front of others. This is the way. This is the way. But there are matches where wrestlers battle for the right to remove each other's masks. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. But that's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. She spoke with passion only a fan could appreciate. We ought to become fans ourselves and go protest in front of the prison. An interesting method, but no, we're not going to do that, Athena. What? No! Did you forget that Mayor Tenma is not only Jinxie's father, but our client? Oh yeah. You be careful now. You're defending the most hated mayor in history. I just hope you didn't find yourself on the wrong end of a figure 4 leg lock.
Maybe I should wear a mask to hide my identity. It's too late now.
Are there any new developments we should know? Now that you mention it. Our suspect is suffering partial memory loss, but he did manage to remember something. He did? What did he say? He said he didn't want to speak with us. His exact words were, "I am under no obligation to speak with you mortals." And other things of that nature.
I wonder what Mayor Tenma remembered.
Too bad you can't go ask him now, because Prosecutor Blackwell's busy questioning him. I know. Why don't you wait down at the playground with the rest of the kids? Haha. What now, Paulo?
Paulo's like, you know what? I could go for a good slide.
Mayor, you want to push me on the swings?
I could go for one of those, you know?
I think we're done here. Let's go vibe at the playground. That sounds fun. You know, he said it as a joke, but I could go for some monkey bars right now. How about regrouping back at the agency? Good idea. We might get some words of wisdom out of Mr. Wright while we're there.
All right, bye.
See ya, loser. Here we go.
He's right. Anything agency.
Maybe I'll go read over some past cases. And I'll go do some research on exorcisms. Hey, what's with you guys? You seem bummed out.
How should I put this? It's like we're at the edge of a cliff and the only way is down.
In other words, business as usual, right?
I really like Trucy's 3D model.
It seems like softer, I guess. I don't know. I think it looks cute. I really like it. I also like the new rendition of her song. It's cool.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Except this time it's like we're bound and gagged too. Don't forget blindfolded with our ears plugged up. Oh, monsters at every turn, huh? Sounds rough. Hey, Apollo. Oh, Athena's here too. Mr. Wright. How goes the investigation, Apollo? Athena? I think it's safe to say things have gotten hairier than before.
I think I've switched Trucy's and Athena's voice on accident, but
I don't know, man. All my voices sound the same. It doesn't matter.
Really, what happened?
Can you solve this for me, Phoenix? I was watching the two of you this morning from the gallery. That was one tough day in court, to say the least. I know. I never had to defend a yokai before. That business about the locked room was another major hurdle. Yeah, and on top of that, Jinxie was accused of being an accomplice. But at least you figured out how someone could have escaped the locked room. Yeah, well, we just found that out. We found out that our reasoning might be a tad flawed. Oh, really? Well, that's bad news. Finally, we have Phoenix a little bit confused. How are we gonna get out of this one? The worst of the times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Force? A smile? Yeah, my mentor taught me that back when we were learning in the oh man. Mia mention. No, not the Mia mention. The big sad. The big sad. She also taught me to return to the basics whenever I got stuck. Return to the basics? That's right. Always believe in your client, no matter what happens. Big stretch. Thank you, Gare. Felt good. Felt good. Just what I needed. It's a lawyer's greatest, most trusted weapon. The basics. Always believe in your client, huh? Few more. Yeah. I'm gonna at least finish this combo and then I'll probably end it there. So, Mr. Wright, how long have you known Athena? If you're asking if you want to do, if you're asking if you can redeem exercise, I can't stop you. Oh, but I can do a train whistle, absolutely. Absolutely. Does that actually come through the stream? I should ask you guys. I've been doing this. Do you actually hear that at all? Or does it get cut off by the limiter? I feel like it gets cut off, right? You do hear it, or it does get cut off? I met her during a trip into Europe. Who are we talking about again? Oh yeah, Athena. Huh? You were in Europe? Why haven't I heard about this before? Okay, good. It does come through. I've been worried about that. Because, like, I think a couple times I heard it on, like, some, like, VODs. It just doesn't come through. But now I just place it right up against the... I place it right next to the microphone so it comes through. So maybe I should pull it away a bit. Why haven't I heard about this before? Yeah, I went there a few times to study various legal systems over there. Oh, okay. Wait. No way. This is not a reference to the Professor Layton crossover, is it? Well, he said he's been over there a few times. Does that actually mean that he went over there for the Professor Layton crossover event? It's actually canon? Because those games, I mean, they say they're canon, but only that game says it's canon. None of these games mention it. Is that mentioning the time he went to the UK and met Professor Layton? But he said a few times, so it could have been one of the trips. That's crazy. That's so cool. We do know that Edgeworth and Francisca both come from Germany. Well, Edgeworth isn't from Germany, but he went there for a while. So he could have been to Germany to see them, but he could have stopped in the UK. Oh man, that's sick. They actually tied it in. Granted, I think this game came out before. Maybe it came out, I don't know. Maybe it came out after. Yeah, let's do a quick dive. So this is Dual Destinies video game. We'll see. 2004. No, I'm kidding. 2013. Okay. This game came out in 2013. This is the remaster, by the way. Versus Phoenix Wright. (2012). This game came out after the crossover. This game came out this game came out a year after the crossover. Oh my gosh, they're actually referencing the crossover game. The crossover game is canon. I cannot believe it. I mean, we knew it was, but none of the other games referenced it. That is sick. I love it. I love it. That's so awesome. Oh yeah, you're noticing that I happen to look an awful lot like Phoenix, right? We'll give you that impression. We'll give you that impression, Eraser. I will say I have changed my design in the future. But I did this design before I started playing Phoenix Wright. I did this way before I started playing. Not this specific model, but the E2 design was... Actually, was it? Oh man, I need to really think. Did I? I might have... to be fair, I did not use this as my inspiration, but it's also a blue suit and a red tie. It's not the most insane thing in the world. But I'm starting to think maybe I did like subconsciously do that. I don't know if I was using PNG Tuber when I started playing. I think I must have been. No, I don't think I was using PNG Tuber back then. I may not have had a PNG Tuber back when I started playing this game. Yeah, mess up the hair. I mean, I could take off the glasses. We can do that at least. I feel like it would be kind of funny to like do the Phoenix hairstyle. There we go. I think originally my PNG model was like the base model was no glasses, and I made a glasses model as like a toggle. But now I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna rock the actual glasses as like the base model because I don't know. I think they look cooler and they don't make me look like Phoenix. But there we go. Yeah, well, I'm actually more Phoenix Wright than Phoenix Wright because I have my attorney's badge and he has a silly pocket watch. Actually, it's not a pocket watch. I think it's his locket of his daughter, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, I like the glasses. I think the glasses look way better. The glasses did not look, they looked worse on my old model. They look cool on, they look better on this model. I think I look weird without glasses on this model. But it could also be like the IRL thing of like, I'm so used to seeing my model with glasses that now when I see it without, it's like, ew, that's weird. But yeah. Your original model. Yeah, the directly facing forward one. The dead inside, not dead inside, just the stare down model. Okay, wait a minute. I thought you worked as a pianist after you quit practicing law. I did, but an old friend of mine needed help with the legal work from time to time, so... Oh, I guess you were never very far from the courtroom then. It was like fate brought us together. What were you doing in Europe? It's thanks to Mr. Wright that I became a lawyer at all. I knew she was a lawyer material from the moment I met her. And I have high hopes for her ability to analyze people's emotions. Aw, it's nothing special. It really isn't, because it's your AI chat companion that's doing it for you. I don't want to put down Athena's like power, but like it's kind of just doing all the work. To be fair, the Magatama does all the work for Phoenix, but that only helps him know if somebody's lying or get through lies or something. Out there, pocket watches are cool. I actually had a pocket watch. I had several pocket watches in high school, and I wore them, and nobody made fun of me for them. That's actually serious. Nobody made fun of me then, but that's because I went to a private school, and we had to wear ties every day. So we had to wear like dress pants every day. So it kind of worked out, but it was fun. You do feel kind of sick pulling out a pocket watch, clicking it, you know? It feels cool. If you've never like had a pocket watch, try it. Just try it. You might feel embarrassed pulling it out in public, but you just get used to it. Pull it out, click it, see the time, close it up. Nothing feels better than opening a pocket watch in public. It's a little bit pretentious. It's incredibly pretentious, but it feels so cool. I highly recommend. Just do it. Get a pocket watch. It doesn't have to be an expensive one. You know? Just get one. Put it in. Mess around with it. And it'll feel awesome. I wonder where that pocket watch went. It was sick. It had like this like molded train on the front of it. It was, oh, it was gorgeous. It was gorgeous. Maybe I underestimated the analytical psychology of hers. It's just, I thought that if my special ability could help defend innocent people, then I had to do everything in my power to bring it to the courtroom. That's when I really started hitting the books hard. I'm still amazed she actually became a lawyer. And at the tender age of 18, no less. Wow, that's almost superhuman. Or personal, like she's trying to help somebody she knows. Ooh. It's lore. Foreshadowing, that's the word I'm looking for. I know nobody's too embarrassed. It's a good way to get over anxiety, to be fair, because everyone will look at you if you pull it out. Mostly because, especially nowadays, because people be like, they might genuinely not know what a pocket watch is. They might be like, what is he holding? Why is it chained to his pants? Or chained to his breast pocket? That's the other thing. I put them in my jeans pocket, or my just my dress pants pocket, or my jeans pocket if I was wearing it on jeans. But like, to do it properly, you have to wear something with a breast pocket, which is already pretentious enough. Full disclosure, I do wear shirts with breast pockets. I wear button-up t-shirts, and I do wear flannels. I don't put pocket watches in them, but I do that a lot. So I'm allowed to say pretentious. I don't feel like I'm pretentious, but when I show up in like a button-up t-shirt and everyone's there in a normal t-shirt, I'm like, oh man, I just like the shirt. I'm not trying to act better than you. I just like the button-up shirt. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be better. I'm not saying I am better, but you feel a little overdressed. And I'm like, man, but I like it. I like wearing the button-up shirts. I like wearing them, okay? I'm sorry. Handling one before you feel posh. Yes, you do feel very cool. All right, I'm totally pumped up after talking to you, Mr. Wright. It's like you said, the worst of times are when lawyers have to face force their biggest smiles. And don't forget to return to the basics whenever you get stuck. Keep believing in my client, Wright. Mr. Wright. Yeah? I'm gonna visit our client again. I think that's a good idea. All right, time to see what's down at the detention center. What's new down at the detention center? All right, April 18, detention center, visitors room. Let's stop it here. Let's call it here for the night. Don't save. Yes. All right. That is where we are going to end this episode. A 3-hour episode. What a long, long episode. If you made it to the end of this episode for some insane reason, you're awesome. Also, let me know if you could win in Simon Says. Down in the comments. I doubt anyone's going to do that, but we'll see. We'll find out. Anyway, if you want to join the streams, feel free to hop in over on YouTube or here on YouTube or over on Twitch. We'd love to see you here. But if not, I'll see you next time for the next part. Bye. That was a dumb way to end a YouTube video. What am I talking about? What am I talking about, guys? Okay. Oh, as for you guys, I'm also leaving. I'm also going to go to bed. Tuck Eraser, Tuck me, Tuck Ronan, Tuck yourself, Ice, Tuck Gare. Tuck everybody. I need to get a Tuck command. Probably should get a Tuck command. Tuck chat. I will stay for the end of stream. You will? Are you sure? All right, let's record another episode, guys. All right, welcome back to part 6 of Dual Destinies. I decided to... Well, Eraser, this is a double episode stream. You didn't know that? We're going for 12 hours. No, I'm going to bed too. Hold Eraser hostage, yes. You can't break your promise. You cannot break your promise, Eraser. It'd be funny if, like, I just go to bed and leave the stream running and be like, sorry, stream's not over, Eraser, but I'm gonna go to bed. Welcome to my first, just sleeping stream. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. All right, no, jokes aside, I'm done. But I will be back on Wednesday. We are going to finally complete the Abydos Chapter 3. We are like 7 episodes away from the end, so I can't believe we're almost there. But we're gonna finish that. I'm super pumped, and after that we'll decide how we're gonna tackle the Fez banner and all that other stuff. But yeah, I'll see you next time. And then I guess on Saturday we gotta finish Motor Slice. I really hope Motor Slice gets better, guys. Yeah. Let's say hi to them. Oh, also, I don't want to confirm anything because it may not come through, but all I'll say is I might have found something incredible on eBay, and I might be the only one to buy one. But if it comes through, I'll hint at what it is a little better. But for right now, just know that I found something. And I've been looking for it since I bought something else. If you know, I own something, and I might have found something related to that. And hopefully soon, I will own that thing. I'm being so vague. actually, instead of raiding Maria and OD, I would like to raid, oh, sorry, I think that, is that coming through? Hold on a minute. I would like to raid my friend Sarah Azura, if you don't mind. I did post her in my Discord chat. But Sarah is debuting her new model today. I will say she's a little bit more 18 plus with like what, you know, her jokes and stuff like that. So Ronan, if you could get the raid message, that'd be awesome. But we're gonna raid Sarah Azura. Go follow her, tell her how beautiful her model is, because it is gorgeous. It really is. But she's playing, what is she playing right now? Oh, she's playing Night Rain right now. Good lord. Good lord. Good luck to Sarah, but she's playing Night Rain. She's doing like a super duper duper long like stream. Oh, 12 hours, yeah. So here, let me do boop, 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 boop. Where is it? Can I do that? There we go. Alrighty. Go ahead, grab those messages. Tell Sarah that her model is beautiful. And I'll see you on Wednesday. I'm just stalling so I can make sure everyone copies the message. Okay, I think I stalled. Goodbye. Timed it to the music. Oh yeah.